Reflection begins. Find yourself within. Take up your blade. Let the fears within fade. Stories are told as the die roll. Don't be afraid. Make your destiny will find you. Friends at your side, may the group with pride. Try as you might, you now live to fight. Monster nor foe can fill you with woe. Enemies in sight, it's time to roll dice. Roll for initiative. Check, please.
Welcome to Check Please, Season 2. Woo! So, last time, you all made your way to the small town of Holbrook. Now, you're just passing through the town. You guys are on your way to Sejun, and on your way, you hit this little tiny town. It was kind of just a nothing place, and you went through it. No big deal. You pass towns like this all the time. But once you got through it, on the way outside the town, you were accosted by a crazed man who was, just gibbering insanity about the whole town having been replaced. And he threw a box at you that contained some sort of strange slime. After having attacked the party, the slime, every time it made contact with anyone, it took on their physical characteristics. So you all slayed the slime and, decided to go back to the town to investigate, find out more. At that point, you made your way to a wizard's tower east of town, where there was a guy who was there studying slimes. You broke into his tower, you searched through it, and you found a couple of interesting things. You found his journals that indicated that there was some sort of disease that had been moving through the region and killing everyone. And you also found this strange creature that was looking like a peasant that the journals just referred to as the subject. So you eventually made your way to the top of the tower. You confronted the dying wizard. You pretty much spat on him as he was dying. And
we yelled an old man to death.
You yelled an old man to death.
I can cross that off my bucket list finally. Yay!
Fucking boomer.
Yeah. So you yelled an old man to death, looted his house, and now you have drugged the cage containing the subject into the center of town because the information you found there was that the wizard literally replaced everyone in town with, essentially simulacrum of them. Like slime replacements of all the people that live there, and they all are none the wiser.
Some word choice.
Close enough. Facsimiles?
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
That was an incorrect word choice. It just...
You just didn't like my specificity?
Perhaps.
So anyway,
touchy.
A slimic?
Hitting
Yeah,
pretty close to home there, eh?
yeah, not my intention. So you guys decided that you were going to drag this cage containing the subject down into town and do something with it. So that's roughly where we all left off, in the center of town here, where you have the subject in a cage. So we open on the center of town in Holbrook. It is, we'll say, probably at this point, late afternoon. We'll say it's about 4 p.m. All right, there we go.
Well, like I was saying, I'm going to contact the god. I think perhaps good one could be Echidna, or we could wait a day so I could get more charges in my body so I can contact more gods and ask more questions if you want.
Well, let's see what this one says.
Alright.
Do you have enough in you to contact one?
Just one, yes.
Okay.
Swore I had more. Well, and Riz will put their hand on the statue. Is Echidna's actually on this statue?
No.
Okay.
No, this one doesn't contain very many evil deities.
Oh, okay. Well, they'll go to their cart then, because it's on there.
Yeah, it's on there.
So they'll put their hand on their carriage where Echidna's is. They'll focus in and use a fate point to contact her.
Oh boy.
So you lay your hand upon the Vardo on the symbol of Echidna, which is, for those at home, a symbol of a hand holding an egg cracking open. you feel a sense of being watched. Like
Alright.
some being has taken notice of you.
Hello there, Echidna. I have some questions, and I believe you might have the best understanding of these creatures. As I know it, there is like 90% chance that they are all like mirror slimes or goo. I cannot remember the actual name, forgive me on that end.
You hear the sound of rattlesnake tails.
You see, I want to know if they have the same souls as those they took. And if they are, that helps out my decision. If they are not, would they do harm unto others without prompting? Would they try to spread, create more slimes like them? If you know, I would greatly appreciate it.
Interesting. Okay. So the sound of rattlesnake tails dies out,
Mm-hmm.
and you're left with silence in your mind for a moment.
Okay.
And then you get a vision in your mind, and it is of first a bird flying,
Okay.
then you see a scorpion on a rock, and then you see a fish swimming up a waterfall, and then you see a gazelle running across a plain,
Uh-huh.
and then you see a peasant pulling in a harvest from a field,
Okay.
and then you hear a voice bubble up. Survival is the right of all living things.
I understand that. And I agree.
Those that are most fit will survive. Those that are weak will perish. This is the way of the world,
What do you consider these town folks then?
and you are left with silence.
Oh, fuck. So what the guy is saying is, if we kill them, we survived, and that means we're superior.
Okay, see,
I just-
that went far different than I thought with the vision. What they were gonna say, I thought they were gonna be like, see all these things? They are acting as they normally would. These are animals. They will act as they normally would. Oh,
I'm just
super
gonna-
vague.
I'm just going to chime in and say maybe asking a neutral evil deity to
Yeah.
help you make a moral choice, maybe not the best move.
Oh, I just wanted to mostly know if they had souls still, like, of the people they consumed, but that answer wasn't given.
You have the authority to take life as you please. Power me gets right.
Yeah, basically. I mean, it's a neutral evil deity, so.
You see Riz's head tilt back and forth after they remove their hand from the wagon, the Vardo. Maybe we should stay a night.
Stay a night?
Maybe we should stay a night outside of the town. And I looked at this, like, screaming thing in the cage.
Sounds good. I like it. Outside is good.
Petravian, help me get this into the cart.
You got it.
So you are a bit of a scene in the middle of a town here. So some of the townsfolk are going to approach and see what the hell's going on. One of them will probably be Nellum Longshanks from Longshanks Public House, the place where some of you stayed the previous night.
Everyone
He's going to
here.
walk up and ask, what happened over in the tower.
Does everyone here speak Billish?
No, I believe
No, nobody
No,
does.
they don't.
predominantly...
No, I mean party-wise.
Oh,
Do
yes.
Riz and Kurla speak Billish? I don't remember.
Riz can speak anything.
Okay.
Kurla
Yes.
speaks Village, yeah.
Okay. Then Lovette will be speaking in Village. We can't tell them. I don't know what to do, but we can't tell them.
Well, not yet. I think we should give them choice at least on if they want to know.
I don't know. I don't know if that's safe. When none of you knew Malchus, but he wasn't dangerous until he knew what he was capable of. I don't want to start that cascade again.
What is Longshanks speaking language-wise?
He'll move up and he'll probably be speaking Elvish or Sylvan, whatever you guys figured out the previous night.
I think it was
Elvish.
that
Yeah.
everyone was speaking.
Okay, cool. In that case, he comes over speaking kind of broken Elvish. This is what happened in the tower. I saw you go that way, and what is that? He points at the cage, the force cage with the slime creature in it.
A failed experiment by the wizard that was there.
We're trying to figure it out as well. We're going to be taking this
Oh.
thing out of town for now, and
Hmm.
then if there's a problem for the town, we'll come back and tell you about it.
Oh, very well. So you're all staying around for more time, or are you heading out?
Probably
You need to
heading
get new
out.
Beds?
Well, if you wanted a screaming cage in your town for the night.
He rubs his forehead. Perhaps not.
We'll be,
We'll be back in the morning.
yes, we'll just be outside of town just so you don't have to hear it. It's a terrible creature, as you can see.
No, but you're staying in the area?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, all right. He seems satisfied with the answer. He nods and moves back into the public house.
What's up?
Sorry, my red flags were going off. I got nervous.
Well, because we don't know if these people are truly the same people and they're like kind-hearted, but they're also they're half and half, like from what they're made up of. And the other half was basically created to purely look to replicate and assimilate a thing.
I know, I hate it.
So who knows if they
They are
have that.
50% natural predators.
And the fact that we can't use any detection to see transmutation on these people.
Oh, it's all of them. So
Well,
Yeah.
no, I know it's all of them.
But
For
other
all-
people
for all-
wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
tell.
yeah, exactly.
I've got a
That's a
couple
problem.
people to ask Godwise tomorrow, so.
Like I got some John Carpenter's The Thing vibes,
yeah.
potentials.
I don't like it.
All right, Vera or can I even touch this box, or do I have to drag it out?
We have a rope, so we'll pull it in, and if that doesn't
Okay.
work, I have a solution.
Ready?
All right, and we'll pull it in. How's that work? Does it good? Is it in there?
It's
Yeah.
in.
You can haul it. Yeah.
I mean,
it could go in deeper, but I mean, it's all mostly in there. It's in there enough. It'll get the job
You
done.
made it worse. She just left it.
So, as Vera exits our carriage, she just like puts a hand on like the outside of like the door area, and she's like looking at all the townspeople she can see, just like taking it in.
Oh.
This maybe horror scene, maybe not, maybe totally fine. Who knows? It's a lot.
Well, let's get out of here and talk a bit more, yes?
Person here and there is looking out the window of their home, looking at you.
Has anyone
This
here
is
seen
getting-
it simulated?
This is getting creepier the longer we stay here. We should definitely step out of town, I think.
Yo.
Yeah, Vera is going to head to the front of the carriage and is going to lead us back towards where we were first attacked, like outside that
You got it.
gate or
Okay.
whatever it
Yo.
Okay.
that road.
So the party moves west out of town, and on your way out, the blacksmith will, smile and nod to each of you should go by, and bid you good journey.
Oh boy. And we ride out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, in that case, you all head out to the wooded path west of town, and circle your wagons, and set up camp here for the rest of the day. Would you like to do anything for the rest of the day, or just pass
I know-
forward time?
I know Petra wants to at some point tonight talk to Vera, and yep.
Then do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just do it.
Okay. So later that evening, when we're all sitting around, Petra will walk over to Vera and sit down, ask, Cop, for your thoughts.
I don't know if there's any choice that's the right one.
Hmm.
Either way may be a mistake.
Why don't you ask Melly?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, yeah.
Yeah, Petra's demonstrating his integration into the hive.
Mm-hmm. You have to turn over all decision making to your god. That's part of the joining the cult.
To the collective,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
To the collective, to the collective.
which is represented by Melly, of course, and
Yes, yeah.
Vera.
I could see what she thinks of all this, but in the end, it's also our choice what we do.
True.
We can't expect Millie to have all the answers, but we can hear any feedback that she has. And I'll activate Mellifera's Sting and start talking to it in Druidic. Melly, you've seen what we've seen. What are your thoughts? Are these parasites living under the guise of people, or are they just, in a way, people living their lives? I'm truly not sure.
It is hard to say. What I have seen are people trying to live their life. If they are monsters, then they need to be slain to protect those that are unable to protect themselves.
But if they're just people, they need to be protected.
Exactly.
And I look at Petra. She says exactly what we're already thinking. If they truly are monsters that seek to harm those that are weak, then of course we have to remove them. But if they're not, they're just people, aren't they? We have to find out some way and just tell if they have malice within them. But I don't know how. Hopefully, Riz can clear that up.
I'd like everyone that's still awake. It's about 9 p.m. at this point.
Okay.
I'd like everyone that's still awake to please make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, hey! Lovette got better than Archie. What's going on?
It's those glasses, man.
Vera!
Oh
Oh my
She did
god.
need glasses.
Petra got a 25.
Risen got a 28.
23 for Archibald and a 24 for Lovette.
33 from Vera.
Nice.
15 from Chisel.
And a 25 from Kurla.
Good
Okay,
job,
well,
guys.
everybody got above a 20, so basically it looks like everyone but Chisel.
And would Chisel even be in the Vardo, though?
Well,
Oh, I thought we were
assume-
still sitting
I have
outside.
no idea.
Right?
This is a campsite, I assumed.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you guys circled the wagons and there's a campsite going on.
Mhm.
I mean, you could be in the Vardo if you want. I don't honestly care, but
So Chisel is looking at Petra's new pet,
And
Mhm.
hates it.
obviously.
oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
Hates it.
Chisel, as you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, the
Okay.
Chisel is a petty bitch.
So the tiny slime is looking at Chisel and like going, please, please, and Chisel just kind of just goes up and will sniff near it and then just jump backwards.
Yep.
Very, very much not trusting this thing. But the rest of you, aside from Chisel, because Chisel's preoccupied with this weird little slime creature, you hear footsteps along the road, heading from Holbrook toward your camp.
Well, I'll kind of give Archie a little side eye, like keep an eye out, but I'm not going to do anything explicitly hostile yet.
So here's someone.
My extra hands are like reaching for my crossbow, though.
So we're just hearing someone approaching.
Yeah, you hear
Yeah.
footsteps approaching along the road.
I feel like Kurla's going to put a hand to their knife. Not pull it yet, but just have it ready.
Petra stands and gazes towards the direction of these footsteps.
Riz is smoking a pipe.
Yeah, Vera's probably sitting down, just watching where the direction is.
Okay.
Yes,
Those of you that have the ability to see in the dark,
Yes.
you see one of the people from town is approaching.
Oh, looks like we have visitor from town. Hello.
You know, the figure holds up an arm and calls back. You recognize the voice as one Nellum Longshanks.
Ah, it's Nellum, for those who can't see.
Hey,
I'm so
hello.
He calls out in his bad Elvish. Hello! I'm glad you weren't too far from town. Figured if you were staying in the area, well, we could all chip in and do something for you. He slings something around from his back, and he had a large satchel around a shoulder, and he'll hold it in front of him and walk forward toward the rest of you.
Kurla's going
will,
to take a few steps back.
My guard
Petra
will
will,
go down. I
take-
think I know where this is going.
Petra will walk forward and outstretch his arm.
He hands you a sack.
Oh, thank you.
Petra in a
Familiar
sack.
feeling. Yeah.
I'm well versed in sacks.
Proficient.
Yeah. Yeah, Petra has a sack proficiency.
Petra will open up the sack and see what's inside.
Okay. So Nellum will explain that the town talked about it, and no one in town would have been able to go into that wizard's tower and find out what had happened. Because honestly, Pendergast was kind of a weirdo, and no one was really interested in finding out what he was up to, because no one had seen him in a couple of days. Honestly, a little bit longer than that, even maybe almost a week. No one had heard from him. So, they were just happy that you guys showed up and went in there and poked around and, stopped whatever craziness he was doing. So who knows what could have happened.
We don't need blood.
So he hands Petra this sack, and inside you find 6 bottles of vodka and a bunch of individually wrapped kind of sugar cakes.
Oh, they brought you water. Lovette.
So yeah, like I said,
wonderful.
some bottles of vodka and some sugar cakes.
This is
Oh,
very
wonderful.
kind.
Thank you.
So
While,
it's not much, but figured the kitchen had a little bit of extras.
It's extremely kind of you. Thank you so much.
Oh,
We don't-
no worries at all.
Sort of payment, though.
while Kurla is, beg your pardon, while Nellum is handing the bag to Petra, I think Kurla would like to make a sense motive on Nellum, if that's okay.
Sure.
They're going to be kind of looking them up and down, trying to figure out if there's a
Yeah.
hidden
Yeah.
agenda or anything of that nature.
Go ahead, make a sense motive. We'll see what you got.
Thank you. Oh, that is a 13.
Ouchies.
Or a 2 with an 11 adjustment, so yeah, not a great roll
Nellum-
there.
Nellum seems perfectly trustworthy.
Of course he does.
Nellum, was it?
Aye, Nellum?
I heard that there was a plague a while back.
He looks at you confused. Has it been his plague around here in a generation?
You didn't hear about that?
He shakes his head now.
That's crazy. I thought they went right through here.
No?
Well,
Everyone's healthy as an ox, as far as I've known.
That's good.
I guess the wizard was crazy.
I guess so.
He nods. Yeah, Pendergast always had strange ideas.
Riz is watching you, Vera.
Well, have a good evening. I'll see you all tomorrow, eh?
That you will.
Have a
He,
good evening, Nellum.
Thank you
He-
for the
he
drinks.
nods. Oh, enjoy. He gives you a wave and a nod and returns to town.
This fake smile that was on Vera just like goes away.
The instant he's out of earshot or eye line, Kurla is going to start chanting under their breath to cast Detect Magic on the bag of, quote, vodka and, what was it?
Sugar cakes?
Sugar cakes,
cakes.
unquote.
Yeah.
Just to, again, double check.
Okay, you cast Detect Magic, and nothing in the sack is magical.
Fair enough.
We're
Thank
the
you.
people.
Wow, what a shitty reward.
You can't even sell this for a gold piece.
We're not going to kill those people.
Not unless we have a reason to.
We don't.
What? Sorry, I was spacing out.
We don't have a. If we have a reason to, that's not any more than anyone else. We don't time to babysit this town.
We still don't know if they are people.
What? How are you going to find out? When will you be convinced?
That's the
How
whole
you
point of
can-
asking the gods, isn't it? To try and find out if they've got souls or not.
What's that? What kind of measurement is that? That doesn't mean someone is or is not a person just because they do or do not have a soul. I'm not going to make such an easy disconnect.
It is very much the question when you're dealing with a body that was supposedly dead.
So at that, Archie is going to turn and look at Kurla.
Oh no.
Kurla,
Yes, Archie.
I do not have a soul.
I'd
Be-
question that.
But you're also not pretending to be someone, Archie.
There's a great big difference between you and those people, if they are people in there.
They're not pretending to be anyone. They are who they think they are. If they are bad people, it's only as dangerous. They only are as likely to be as bad people as anyone else. Perhaps they're a bit more dangerous than the average person, but so are we. Who are we to decide that they are just to be executed for that?
I haven't said that. I haven't advocated that. All I
Hmm?
want to know is whether or not they have a soul.
And if not,
If not, then we need to ascertain whether or not they are dangerous, more dangerous than your average person.
That is the question that is more important in a way. The soul, I can't gauge how that affects it, but we just have to find out if they'll try to spread.
I will
Because if
tell
they
you
do,
that-
every death that they cause, that's on us.
We're the ones that have this knowledge. We're the only ones that can make the decision.
You see Riz smile and take a long draw, but stay quiet.
Well, I don't know about showing them, telling them the truth. I don't know if that will help.
Well,
I think that it might, if they are not dangerous now, it might cause them to be dangerous.
wouldn't it be
That-
wrong to hold that from them?
I don't know. I think often about what would have happened if Malchus just said, I don't care. I don't want to know. Things would have been so different. And now we are at that intersection and we have power to make that choice.
What happened to his soul when Marcus ate it?
I don't know. All I know is that there was still parts of the soul within him. That's how we were able to, well, try and bring back
So,
Moira.
so it's potentially possible that there is a soul inside of these.
It is.
It's possible they have their own soul. It's possible these are just strange but technically natural creatures.
I think if we can't ascertain whether or not they have the potential of harming, then maybe we should talk to Matilda or Alec or Book. Have a agent sent over here. They have spies, right?
I don't trust them.
I don't trust these people.
Are
Because
we
I
talking
can't
about the
Technically,
bubble man?
no. Alec would most likely show up and perform some sort of extrajudicial extreme measures, just because he feels like he has the authority to do that.
We're out of our depth here.
What about your statue, Fred?
Soul?
Yeah, they called on the bubble man, right? Why don't they do this?
Alec? I mean,
Riz looks like they're unsure.
So is contractually bound.
Well, that fucking sucks. Did they worship Mephistopheles or something?
something like that.
Oof.
Someone did.
He's great in normal cases, but if you get stuck in a contract, oof, you gotta do it.
Well, not necessarily Mephistopheles, someone who, like, hated the gods and was going against them,
What?
something like that.
Excuse me. Who the fuck would do that? That's disgusting.
An angel?
Something egg.
Yes.
It's been a while.
What the fuck does that mean?
I make an egg shape with
What?
my hand.
What?
I think we might be getting slightly off track here.
Look, how are we going to find a solution? As much as I can ask Eden or Gigerian even for protection, such and such, we need to come to some sort of conclusion at some point next morning, because we can't stay here.
This isn't our decision to make. We leave these people be.
This is our decision to make because we're the only ones that can make the decision.
Well, that's not true. The wizard had the opportunity.
He's dead.
He made the decision. Yes, he made the choice.
Yeah, it was
He made the
shitty.
wrong choice.
But his choice was much more informed than ours.
He toyed with
Yeah.
things that were beyond him.
And
these people,
that
if
gives
they
you
are
the
still
authority to do that too?
I
If
hate
they
it
are
when
still people,
dwindled.
these people did not consent to whatever fucked up shite
No.
he did to them.
No, but who they are now did not consent to whatever we might do to them.
Why didn't he know about the plague?
They must have absorbed memories without or from before.
Maybe it has to do with how the wizard engineered these things.
Yes, I would think that if he had any control over this, he would definitely not want them to have those memories.
But he didn't have it happen to him because he would know about it. If they function like that, wouldn't he have forgotten and he would have been able to turn into one of those creatures too?
I thought he was just afraid of dying in that sort of way.
That's fucked up in its own right.
Exactly. That's why I hate him.
So, if from my understanding, the only person that I could think of that would know if something might have a soul, maybe a necromancer, right?
That's true.
I don't know.
You
But-
think we ask Molly's?
What if we call Karis?
I could.
Oh.
Maybe she's kind of busy, but I could see
Oh.
if she'll know.
Well, see if she can find a way to detect a soul, maybe. But one thing, what does that tell us? I don't know what that tells us.
Yeah, I don't
That
really
doesn't-
want.
It doesn't tell us intent. Maybe it confirms that they're a monster of sort, but
Right, but if something has a soul, then we know it's has consciousness, it has a purpose.
You know monsters have souls, right?
does a slime
I mean,
have
there
a
are
soul?
plenty of
Resistance
evil
conflicted.
things. There are plenty of evil things that have souls too.
Exactly. I don't know what the whole point of the, if they have a soul, they're fine kind of thing. We need to figure out if they have malicious intent, not if they have a soul, in my opinion.
Well,
Well, if they have no soul, then I lean more towards what
Who
Vera
needs a soul?
saying.
alright, let's approach this logically. If they have malicious intent, if they are predatory creatures by nature,
Hmm.
then they have the only real danger, right, is that they capture people that are coming through and consume them or something like that. That's probably the fear we are addressing here.
Of course.
This is something we can try and measure. We can find out how long their memories go, if there is any sort of evidence of this occurring, and if people have passed through here and not been preyed upon, then I think we can assume that even if they are perfectly simulations of people and not real people, they are so perfect that it doesn't really matter.
Is this the world's evolution of just the next best thing, though?
I'd like to look at the notes, first of all, and see if there's any dates for what the last ones were.
Riz will transcribe those for you because they read those out loud.
Mhm.
So they'll come by you and write them out for you in a language you understand.
So I know there's a few passages where he was talking about certain people being assimilated.
So his notes were actually written out as like day 1 of experiment, day 2 of experiment.
Mhm.
So he did not have that pegged to reality. He had that pegged to the beginning of his own experiments. He basically started everything from a starting point, but based on the time that the last one went, it was about 6 days from start to finish.
Okay.
No, six days from release of the first mirror slime to the town behaving as normal.
You know who I know might know is that person who threw the box at us.
You think you could track them at all?
Yes, if we could find him, we could actually get some kind of testimonial, some kind of information about the real danger. Obviously, he seemed to be of the mind that they are bad, inherently dangerous. So I don't think that just asking him is going to be good, but
Well,
we could-
asking him when this started. That's what you wanted to know, right?
yes. And if anyone has passed through here alive.
That's true. If they've been attacking people who weren't. Yeah, let's see what he knows.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
So I'm going to find where I started tracking those footprints
Mm-hmm.
the beginning of the day, or
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah.
And am I able to still see where these running footprints? I assume that they're pretty deep
Survi-
that they're running.
Survival check.
Alrighty, come on. That's a 29.
All right.
Nice.
So,
Very nice.
Vera, you pick up the trail where you had left it off, and you can follow it for as long as you like. How long would you like to devote to this?
Let's see, how long do we got? How about for tracking about 2? What do you think, guys? 2-3 hours?
I'd say 3.
Well, if is it just you that's going, or do you want us to follow with you?
We can have a couple people join if they want. We should
And
have
Petra
some people
will
here
follow
though.
you.
Okay.
Oh, Petra would follow.
I'll stay with the
just in
cards.
case.
All right.
Lovette?
I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do to substantially help, but I'm not really that perceptive. I guess just if we catch him to talk to him. Alchie, do you want to come with me, or are you gonna stay here with the cult?
I will do whichever you would prefer.
I don't think I'll be in danger if I try and Vera, so well, okay, then if you want to, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Very well.
I look at Riz and Kurla. Right. Be safe and keep an eye out, obviously.
Of course.
If you find him, are you bringing him back here, or are you going to interrogate him there?
If we're going to bring him back here, then I'll just stay here. I don't think I'll head to finding him. I just was going to talk.
We'll see what we can manage. If he
Oh, I
need-
don't speak. Does he only speak Muscovan? Yeah, let's bring him back here.
Well, we'll find out.
Do you need me to come with because of that?
Should we all just go find this guy?
Someone needs to watch these cards. If we can't understand him, I'll bring him back.
Okay. Sounds good.
And we'll start on our excavation.
Alrighty. Cool. Your little excursion out from the camp. Okay.
That's the word.
So, after about 30 minutes, you come to a stream, and the path you're following goes into the water. So I need you to make a perception check and another survival check.
All right, and I got my ever-burning torch on me.
Okay. Yep, that's
So
fine.
perception and survival.
Yep, perception and survival because you went into a river.
All right, that's a 32 for perception.
Excellent.
And
And a
survival
survival.
Is a 30.
Wonderful. Okay.
Nice.
So you find
Yeah,
you
boy.
find a couple of spots where it looks like he scrambled up on the other side of this creek. You follow that this winding path around for another 30 minutes or so. It looks like he's going on this really wide loop, and the whole time it looks like he was running frantically, like he thought he was going to be pursued and killed. After a while, you see it looks like he stops in an area near a fallen tree and rests for a little time, and then loops back around and goes back to the southeast. You follow that for a little ways until eventually you come to a small clearing in the woods where there stands a rickety-looking shack. There is a small chimney sticking out of the shack, and there is no smoke coming out of the chimney. It is otherwise pitch dark.
Alrighty.
Looks like a guy.
Are there any windows or anything?
There are windows, but they have shutters over them.
Okay.
Like there's you doubt there's glass, but he does have like shutters to open up and close, and they're currently closed.
So I whisper in between Lovette and Petravian. So I guess we just go up?
Yes, so.
Stands, if you want to try to sneak in beforehand, and if he runs out,
Yeah, are we going to try and just strong arm him from the beginning? Because he was pretty slippery last time.
Why don't you put Archibald on the other end of the clearing in case
I
he
was
runs
thinking
that
that.
way?
Yeah, alright. You understand
Alright.
over there, Archie?
Archie nods and takes position.
Alright, so we're going to approach this shack then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to pound on the door. Not like 2 times, just boom boom.
Okay, please make a perception check.
Alright, that's a 26.
Okay, you rap on the door quickly, pop bomb, and there is no response. You don't hear anything on the inside, but as you're close enough to the door, you do smell something. It's a rancid, disgusting smell.
Oh, fuck.
I'm going to try opening the door.
Okay. The door appears to have been locked from the other side, but it's also a rickety lock. You're pretty sure you could force it open if you tried.
Yeah, I'm just going to give it a large yank.
Okay, strength check, please.
Alrighty.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Alright, that's a
All
20.
right, Vera, You easily push the door open, like it wasn't even closed. Just a good shove, and it just swings right open. Your ever-burning torch fills the area with light, and you can see laying on the bed bed is a generous term. It's more like a collection of furs and blankets. But laying on it is a body that is covered in bugs.
Ew.
We were so close.
I'd like to disperse these, like insects and stuff, and try and
Awesome.
ascertain how this person died.
Cool. Give me a wild empathy check, please.
Wild empathy?
Yep.
That is
Nice.
30.
Very nice.
Great rolls.
Amazing.
Jeez.
All right, so Vera, you ask all the bugs to get out of there, and they will depart.
Does this person look like the person we were looking for?
Yes. So after you ask all the bugs to get away, those that can fly take off and fly away. Those that can crawl will crawl off of the body and go into the bedding, and just wait. But as they all leave, you can find a body that is mostly still intact, and it definitely is the same crazed person that accosted you 2 days ago.
Alrighty.
If you'd like to make a heal check, you can examine the body for any clues.
Will do. That is 24.
Excellent. Okay. You check over the body, and it does appear that this person succumbed to some sort of disease rather than some sort of injury, because the body, bug damage aside, it looks like there wasn't much in the way of physical injuries on this guy.
Right.
But checking like the state of the body, it looks like he had signs of other like outward disease issues,
Plague.
like like strange like dried up discharge around his eyes and nose, things like that.
Alrighty. He was
So this is what the town would look like if the wizard hadn't done what he.
potentially, yes. He was dead when he came to us. And could I try to make another wild empathy to bring the insects back?
Yeah, sure. What would you like them to do?
Oh, just to resume natural cycle of just consuming this thing.
Well, that's going to kick something nearby. In
19.
anger.
All right. You ask the bugs to return, and they do. They fly down from the walls and crawl back up from the bedding, and again start to consume the corpse.
Also, I look around. Is this just a rundown kind of survival?
Yep, it's a
Shack.
rundown kind of survival shack in the middle of the woods. It's as dumpy as you could imagine.
That's the beginning of like survival game kind of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just like a stack of wood, a bed, and that's it.
There's no chest
Pretty
filled
much.
with 20,000 gold.
No, sadly, no 20,000 gold chest.
Oh, well.
No cache of magic items.
We can't loot
Not
this
even
guy.
Not even booze. No. And aside from like, ratty clothes, he has nothing to loot.
Now that I was thinking of that, that'd be horrible. Well,
I'll go back out to Archie. Oh, let's it bust. Let's go back.
Lovette, I have a question.
What's up?
Petra and Kurla both voiced an opinion that if one did not have a soul, they were not trustworthy.
They did. I don't agree with it.
Does that mean they do not trust me?
I don't know for sure what they are thinking, but there is a way we can find out. Would that make you feel better?
I'm confused. I thought,
Yes, I didn't think of it until just now, but I built a device for exactly this sort of situation. I'll have to make some adjustments, but I think it should work with you. I built a device to it so you can feel other people's feelings when Marcus was dying. But it might be able to help you tell if they can trust you. If not, I don't. That would be bad, but I wouldn't want to lie to you.
I do not want to intrude upon their feelings.
Okay, well, other than that, I can't really know without asking. I mean, beyond asking.
I'm just confused because I thought that they were my friends.
Yeah. They are.
Jeez.
Sometimes friends say stuff that hurts each other, and sometimes they're not. They're kind of confused.
I see. Thank you. Lovette.
No.
He follows silently.
you coming, Lovette?
Yes, let's go. I'm going.
Well, that was a waste of time, but at least we know what happened, I guess. No, it was just a waste of time.
Yeah, it was just the way.
No,
I
it's not a
knew
waste
that
of
was
time.
going to happen. I feel kind of dumb for not having seen that coming.
Oh, he ran fast enough. I didn't seem like just plague-ridden.
That's true. The guy was very fast for a dying man.
Yep. World's fastest dying man. All right. So the lot of you make your way back to the camp.
Alright,
It's
don't
no
move.
issue.
Don't move. I've almost got the cards to the top. This is going to be the biggest tower I've ever made with them.
Okay, we're back.
Shit.
There's just
yeah,
collapsed cards in front of Riz now.
Come on, Vera. They almost had it.
What?
What?
A pile of cards?
Well, it wasn't a pile until you... Oh, never mind.
Were they doing another
I mean,
thing?
I've seen.
Oh, they miss it?
They start scooping up the cards, dusting them off.
No, I've heard this one. It's 50 card pickup.
You'll get it next time, Rez.
Thank you, Kurla. Thank you for your help, by the way. The bottom layer, I always build it wrong. You really helped me on that one.
Well, it's all in the visualization.
Thank you.
So Vera was gonna plump themselves like onto this log. Be like, well, he was dead. Plague.
Oh,
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a bad. He's dead.
And I somehow
Okay.
doubt that his soul, if it's passed on, is going to want to return to his body. Is that a fair comment?
I mean,
I mean, there's ways of...
it was just for a few questions. I don't know if that's necessarily a bad idea.
I mean, I could do that.
what?
What the fuck, Petra?
What?
I slowly turn my face to Petra.
Kurla's going to put their head in their hands.
Riz is doing the same.
Well, it didn't occur to me at the time.
Do you understand why we were there?
Well, yeah, but it didn't really dawn on me.
Just so we're clear, what exact kind of technique are we talking about here?
I politely asked the soul if they want to come back and talk to.
Right, it's just talking though, you're not trying to restore the soul to the body?
No.
Alright, then your way is a little bit tidier than mine.
Also, why didn't you do that while you were there with the body?
Vera
I didn't
no.
think of it.
Vera gets up and is dragging Mellifera's sting on the ground. There's like this trail behind them, and they're just stay here. I'm just gonna fly off in that direction.
Bye, Vera!
Just to be clear,
Aye.
Petra, now, while we're making sure that you haven't got anything else in your bag of tricks, I don't suppose you've got anything that lets you detect a soul? Think
I
very
don't
carefully
think so.
about your answer.
I don't think so.
Right. You don't think so?
How does your relationship with your magic? Well, I don't. How do you find out if you know this?
Petra's looking very awkward at this line of questioning.
Usually magic from Paladin comes from God, no?
I'm just the conduit, essentially.
You just kind of feel it and it happens.
Pretty much, yes.
That is bullshit. That is fucking. Yeah.
I thought you actually had to study, read,
Yeah,
that kind of
you
thing,
could
to
do
learn it
something
that
about
way.
it.
No. I just
Fair enough.
try. It just feels. I feel it out, and essentially I gotta just try.
Riz just takes a seed out of their pocket and puts it in the ground next to them.
I am so sorry. I'm so very sorry. You have a lot to work with.
Sean,
It
that's
blooms into a
unfair.
tiny sapling.
I know. I know.
I mean, I don't know why. I figured that you had a little bit more instruction. I thought I was the only one who cast in that particular way.
No,
By the seat of one's pants,
pretty much.
Wait, so when did you start being able to do magic?
When I started studying with the
So you did
You had to
study.
study.
So
you
you
had to
did
study
study.
something.
well, study air quotes.
What, you have the
Patrick
answers
gives,
written
like,
on your hand or something? Little cheat sheet?
No, just I try things, and if it works, it works.
Riz plants another seed. I am so very sorry.
This one turns into a fully grown tree. And a face grows out and he says, I know.
Alright, so let me get this straight. You are in the Protean army for
Mhm,
some
mhm.
time. No magic
Mhm.
the whole time.
Correct.
Then you sign up with Corona and just doing the same thing. Now it is magic.
You know.
Correct.
Is that how Eden Wells? Why you? Why the fuck? I don't understand.
Why you? What does
Well,
that
I mean-
mean?
I mean, if he doesn't have a. What is his particular connection with Eden? Like, he doesn't have to do anything, and they just favor him with gifts.
Well, if you don't mind me feeding my curiosity, but, how do you magic?
It's not really completely magic. I've had to start dipping into arcane studies, but
So
most
how do
of
you
my
do that?
things- Well, I learned it. I studied.
Oh, okay. Speaking of gods, anyways, I think you would have a really good god just for you, Lovette. Very good one.
Just for me.
Well, I mean, I think you two would work well together.
Oh. So,
They just take a long draw from their pipe, and that's it.
okay. Do you want to follow me on that? Or is
Oh,
it
I
just
think
me?
Dimarian would be perfect for you. You have a way of switching sides very often. I find it amusing. I think he would like you very much.
Switching sides here.
Yes,
What does that mean?
that is what I have seen.
Between what?
Well, you made this thing you referred to as Marcus. Vera calls him Mark too. Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then you went and yelled at the wizard person while he was
Right.
dying.
Yes.
Well, he was that.
I really thought I do feel
And
like
then you
I'm-
switched immediately after we started complaining about what he did, that you didn't want to hurt these people, even though you were just accusing him of doing a bad thing. I just
No.
found it very interesting, and
What I
I thought
said-
that worked with him.
What I said is the result I stand by, and what I said was that his method I do not condone, but I understand why he took the action he did.
Okay, so then
My
you're
method-
fine with no one liking your method.
My methods did not hurt anyone. I didn't. Well,
Big puff of smoke.
Kurla is biting their tongue.
There's a fat cloud.
There's just a... Yeah, it is a fat fucking cloud.
I mean, I didn't mean to kill them.
Well, that's just kind of how people work, no? You don't mean to
But-
do wrong, and sometimes you are. That is existence, no?
And if you have the ability to fix it, but what the result did was not fixing it because they were not dead yet. They still had lives to live.
So, you think you fixed issue? Is that what you see what you did?
I think so. But I'm not claiming to be perfect. But the perfect being doesn't seem to be the one making these decisions.
Oh, I don't think anything's perfect.
Exactly.
You can't reduce matters of life and death to an engineering problem.
What kind of problem do you reduce it to? It's
You can't. That's the whole point.
Really?
It's bigger than you, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than anyone.
I agree. That is how logic works. It is all a big, complicated system that we are all smaller than, and my part in it, my creation of things, living or otherwise, is part of that system as well.
I don't really care if it's living or not. And they take another draft. I don't even care if it has soul, per se. I care if... Well, imitation is one thing. I do not like it when something is existing when something else already existed. It's a grey area, but it doesn't feel good, I should say.
That was Malchus to begin with. It was such a struggle to accept him for that, but it was a struggle he got through. He was
I don't
an
exactly know
imitation.
all of
I
that.
understand. But ultimately, the imitation he was a creature that was the same but more dangerous. If he had returned alive, I say with finger quotes, to Tally and her son, he might actually have posed a real threat to her that he would not now. But otherwise, I mean, I don't know if I can bring people back, but I did maybe help him have a family.
What's worse, telling Telly that Mark II isn't real, or telling Telly that Marcus original is an abomination undead creature?
Right. I mean, I thought about that, honestly. I was like, when I was thinking about this earlier, I wasn't going to bring this up during game, but I thought it was after game discussion. But, like, by that perspective, that she'd be horrified to find out the truth with Mark II, then, like, the best thing Marcus could have done was just bail on her to begin with. Because the real truth would have been even more horrifying. But basically been the same, but just terrifying.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Man?
I mean, I think we should have just left things alone as would have been the
Yeah,
best
he-
option.
Well, we're already
Effectively
Maybe.
Yeah.
did bail on her.
Maybe, but your character doesn't have parental abandonment issues. They're deep-seated in their fucking psyche.
Or at least
so-
they don't remember it.
Yeah, they don't remember it if they did, so...
Well,
Fuck
that
it.
last part pertains to, yeah.
It's like, what are parents? I don't... Oh, God.
Why do I have hands?
I mean, if you want to make it all better, you wait a little while, and then you go kill Mark II, and then it's all better again.
That sounds like the worst of
Yeah,
all
yeah,
worlds,
that sounds
actually.
terrible.
That's
No,
like,
no,
how would
no,
you just
no.
inflict trauma on literally everyone involved?
No. Think of it this way.
Just
Their
wait
opinion-
long
their
enough for
opinion
people to
of
get
Mark
attached
II
to him. Mhm.
Their opinion of Marcus Prime is now fixed because they have attached everything that Mark II has done to Mark
He's
Prime.
done nothing.
He's gotten slapped
no.
by Alec.
He's saying
No, I'm saying-
that like if he shows up and actually family mans for 2 years and then dies, then they'll be like, oh, he died a hero and never know that he used to be a monster. Right?
See? Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Yeah,
Well,
yes, their trauma
maybe not
in
die.
the short term.
I've
They'll
thought
have
about
trauma
this
in the
as well.
short term, and then the offspring will grow up and be like, my father was a
So here's my
good
question.
person.
Do you think that Marcus would have thought of that? Do you think he would think of that? I'm genuinely curious.
What do you mean?
Do you feel like that's an idea that Marcus would have? Do you feel like that would be Marcus's line of thinking?
I mean, okay.
The Mark II does the things that you think Marcus would do, so I'm just wondering if that's something that would cross his mind.
That
Okay.
probably would cross his mind.
Interesting.
If he
Oops,
realized what
sorry.
he was,
Yeah, does he know?
he doesn't know.
Does he know? I think he does. No, I don't actually think Alec did tell him.
No,
did
he hasn't
just
known. Alec wouldn't
Said
tell him.
leave Soul alone and took the stone.
And that's it.
And
That's
slapped
right.
him twice.
Slapped him around.
Yeah.
And then more than likely, Mark II would call up Lovette. Lovette would be like, "Oh, geez, I'm not going to answer." And then Marcus will be like, "Well, fuck me, right?" So
So also, just to make sure, how long will it take me to bring this body back? Like an hour?
Oh,
hour and
yeah, I
two?
mean, like 30, 34. I mean, yeah. If you're flying, 30 minutes.
All right, so you guys do whatever happens in that 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Yep.
While
Disgusting.
Petra,
Go on.
while Petra and Lovette and Riz are chatting, I think Kurla's going to go over to Archie and say, "You doing all right there?
I am troubled.
You want to talk about it?"
I am not sure. I have things to consider first.
Oh,
Look, what you said before. There's a difference, like I said, between you and the people, if they are people in that town. You're more than what you're made to be. You were made to be something beautiful and unique. You weren't made from a corpse and a monster thrown together by some mad wizard. You were made with love and creativity. At least that's as far as I can see when I look at you. And if you don't have a soul, then I don't think any of us do. So take that for what it's worth to you, big guy, alright?
In before
Archie.
the Five Nights at Freddy's, like, X-ray of a dead body in Archie.
God. Jesus. Archie is going to like bend over, kind of loom over you for a second, and then scoop you up off the ground into a hug.
Kurla's gonna look so sort of just taken aback, but will eventually try and wrap their arms as far around Archie as they can get, which is not very far, and sniffle a little bit.
He sets you down.
That was very kind of you to say.
Well, I meant it. I meant every word of it.
I do have a question. Did anybody break into those sugar cakes? Come on.
And water?
Yeah, and water.
Is
Yeah,
anyone feeling
salted
thirsty?
water.
Okay, so while everybody was doing that, before we had gone off to the
Before we'd
hut.
gone off.
Wait, you're saying you went on the expedition drunk?
No. No, I was gonna say that
You almost had your
Petra
out there.
Petra had taken one of the cakes out and was like inspecting it, but put it back when we head off to the shack. And now
Okay.
in the interim, Petra has kind of like he's sniffing it, and he's very incredulous, and he has learned his lesson. So he wants to ask somebody, can they see if this is poisonous or not? Because he has done some stupid shit recently.
It's a small brown cake that fits in the palm of your hand.
Mhm.
It looks like it's a dense sort of cake material that's made of. It's kind of covered in a crusty brown sugar on the outside, and it's very moist.
Nice.
You're killing me here.
I mean, if Petra asks, then Kurla might be able to help with that, but...
Oh, go. Actually, you know what? Thank you for that. So, as we're sitting here waiting for Vera to get back, Petra has this cake in his hand, and he thinks back to the chest inside the body of Malefera, and he says, "No, that'd be a bad idea just to eat this." Kurla, are you able to detect poisons?
I mean, I certainly hope so. Are you not? You sure you're not able to? You don't?
I mean, I can cure poisons, but not see if there's a poison in it.
Poison?
Both useful, but not exactly interchangeable. Kurla's gonna give Archie a gentle pat.
How will we
I don't
know
know,
if it's
the leg.
poison if you don't try it first?
And then
No,
Kurla
I
will
don't.
walk over to Petra, and they'll wave their hand over it and mumble under their breath as they cast Detect Poison on it.
Okay. You cast Detect Poison, and you do not detect any poisons within the sugarcane.
Just for extra certainty, they're also they'll bring both hands up and be kind of waving them back and forth on either side of the cake and mumbling some mumbo jumbo. And they'll do this for a few seconds, basically just to screw with Petra. And then eventually light will emanate from their fingertips and will go soaring into this cake as they cast Purify Food and Drink.
All right. You cast Purify Food and Drink. Light goes into the item, but it looks like nothing has changed about it.
Oh, you're worried about poison. I don't
mean-
know if it's...
I've had things explode in my
Yes.
face.
I wouldn't
Well,
do that to the drink, by the way.
I would... If these people... If we are looking at worst case scenario, then those might be a snack that bites back.
I mean, I wouldn't eat it, but as far as I can tell, then that's all right.
I mean, I'll be watching with interest. I'm sure you'll be okay though, Petra. What could go wrong?
I'm not getting any sense of poison from it, and it didn't respond to purification, so there's
Okay.
nothing going on with it that I could tell.
Then I have done my due diligence. And Petra will take a bite.
Kurla
Okay.
will take a step back.
So Petra, does Petra enjoy sweets?
Oh my god.
Okay.
Yes.
Has Petra ever had a molasses cake?
Yes. Yes, he
Okay.
has.
This is a lovely little molasses cake.
Oh, perfect.
It-
Mm.
It's the kind of thing where it's like it's actually like wet enough that you don't even need to have like a drink with it to wash it down. Like it's perfect. You get the feeling that these were baked like this morning.
Well, looks like that's another
Delicious.
point in their favor of not being, knowing monsters.
Might actually be sweet enough for Vera.
That's a pretty high bar.
I know, right? I'm saying might. I'm not saying will. But if anything this is damn close.
I'm gonna take one.
I'm kind
Wait,
of enjoying
take it
the
over.
irony of Vera liking sweet things.
Well-
They're a person of extremes.
Belle is not. Well, she's prickly, but she's not. She cals. She does cal.
I think the boss is funny. Like in an angry dog way. Yeah. I think they're funny.
Kurla is
I-
actually going to nod along in agreement with Lovette when Lovette says that they think that Vera does care.
So like
Like,
30,
in all seriousness, Kurla will be kind of, oh, yeah.
so after about 30 minutes, Vera's going to show back up, and they've wrapped in like a sheet these bones, like completely clean, like straight up white. And
Mhm.
for Petra and Lovette, like all the insects that were on it are probably now just on Vera.
No.
They've just joined into the armor.
Because so Vera had used decomposed corpse, which it has this wave of carrion beetles basically deep clean these bones, just because she doesn't want to have to deal with the plague ridden corpse. Let's have the skeleton instead.
Yeah.
Probably.
Part of the crew.
And she's gonna just plop this thing in front of you guys.
Wow, he died fast.
I think that was well as to it not look like that when
Wow, you killed him fast.
he was already
it's not-
dead.
I didn't want there to be too much, like, plague and all that.
Good idea, boss.
Bones. Petravian. Brother, could you please?
Of course, you gotta try one of these things. They're delicious.
He's eating the stranger's food. It's funny.
Kurla's going to step up to Petravian and just give him a kind of gentle pat on the back and say in Protean, as much shit as I might be giving you lately, you've got this all right.
Petra stands up tall at that. Thank you. All right. So, this is called Speak with Soul. So let's see how it works.
Yeah, what's up?
I knew that was coming.
Ah,
Speak with soul. What is that? I don't speak with dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Skrewy has done a boo-boo, by the way.
Again?
Mhm. I know. I was wondering if that was the spell you were talking about. I was just gonna.
No,
let
no,
you
no,
play it
no, no,
out.
no. I can
Oh.
speak with this thing so long. No, it's correct.
Oh, what's wrong?
I changed out. I changed it out with Chains of Light and Break Enchantment.
So you just don't have it prepped for today.
Yes.
So we'll just wait until the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay,
tell him.
So, okay. Well, I didn't think we were gonna go grab it right now, but I will be able to talk with this soul in the morning if that's okay. And he looks very sheepish at the moment.
Don't worry,
he realized-
Petravian. No one can always do it every day.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. You know, it's just part of life.
Vera puts the thing in, like, spins it in the sheet. Just gonna plump it into their carriage. Again, the little, like, seat chest thing.
Meanwhile, that
Where we
thing's
normally-
screaming in the back.
Where we normally store our bones. You know,
Yeah. Bone seat.
the usual.
Yeah. The bone.
Or- The area designated for bones, also known
Bone
as
storage,
the
yeah.
bone zone.
the bone.
The bone zone, yes.
With-
yes.
Is that where Karis and Burr were
They
sitting?
did
Yeah.
All the
time.
fucking
Okay.
the chest is in the very back of the cart
the
on
chest.
the outside.
But there was also the, like, openable
yeah, that's on the
seats.
outside.
On the
If the
outside of
carts
the
are
carriage.
rocking.
Yeah, it's like a trunk.
Yeah. There's like seats on the back.
Oh, okay.
So with that, well, I'm gonna turn in for the evening because that sugar's hitting and it's delicious, and I think I'm done for evening. What about y'all? He's
Ver-
just trying to get out of this situation.
Vera walks over to the giant log that's blocking the other street and is going to hit it with their hand, and it's going to transform a portion of it into this box. It's like a coffin, small coffin that can fit the bones, and is going to put that into the carriage as well.
All right.
And as we're getting put away for the night, and I assume Vardo Vargana is being cast and such, well,
Yeah.
that's gonna get Riz's attention.
Listen, by the way, thank you again for saving my life. This is twice now, I feel like.
When did I do that?
Well, when I was being eaten by that huge thing, I was pretty sure hours ago now.
Oh, it was group effort, don't worry.
Ah, okay.
Mostly me, but
Thank
group effort.
Well, thank you for your help.
Of course. Your path is not done. I do not like seeing things halt.
Let's hope so.
Oh, before everyone turns in, Kurla's going to do their usual rounds to see if anyone is particularly banged up and needs healing. The effect of which being...
Yeah, may as well. Just burn 'em.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
effect of which being I'm going to burn my channels before we hit the sack.
Honestly,
fine,
I
you
think we
have-
can assume that at the end
Yeah,
of the
you've
day.
got all your channels for the day, so I'm just gonna go ahead and full heal everyone.
Cool.
I mean,
I'm
that
gonna be
combat
right back
last
real
week
quick.
could have gone way worse.
I got lucky by guessing what the weakness was.
All right. So if there's nothing further, you guys can rest for the night. Just adjust your spells as needed and submit a rest.
Right before that, before I go in, I'd like to also just inspect the creature that's in the cage.
Okay.
I was just about to ask about that.
Sure. It's it looks like a silverish gray ooze that's sort of sloshing around and banging around a little bit.
Okay.
It seems upset.
Rest.
And I need a new roll for Riz for runes for the day.
Okay, 14.
Nice. Same as today. Cool. Okay. So go ahead and submit rest whenever you're ready. It is now the 10th of May.
Do any of us have nasty dreams that night?
No.
Oh, thank goodness.
That depends. Does Risen sleep?
Fair point.
Actually, while I'm keeping watch, I do have a conversation that I'd like to have with Sha'ade.
Go ahead.
So while everyone's in their rooms, very quiet and tidy and wonderful, Riz will just nod to the open air. Sha'ade.
There is a swirl of wind that coalesces into a dark figure in the room with you.
Good to see
Yes.
you. Missed your face. How you doing?
Surviving.
That is all any of us can do.
Have you changed your mind?
I have. I found the
So you are-
solution for them, so
So you are ready to call in your wish?
they nod.
The Jinn
Help
The
me
Jinn will
fix
rub his
these.
hands together and hold his arms out to his sides. Very well. Make your wish.
I am not just gonna take the wording I used last time. Okay. I wish for you to assist me in taking these steps, helping me find each step and doing them to break my curse.
There is only one step that I can help you with.
What is it?
And telling you is going to put some factor of that curse upon myself as well. But if it is your wish, then it is my command.
Shade, I can't do that to you.
You have already made the wish.
No!
They nod. But that, maybe you should have warned me about that beforehand. Because you know I wouldn't have done it.
The Jinn shrugs. There are worse things in life.
I see.
I spent quite a long time in a box.
I see.
Wandering sounds interesting.
What?
So, the Jinn is going to focus some power, and the room is going to get strangely filled with static electricity.
Mm-hmm.
Your hair starts to stand up. You can feel the hair standing up on your arms. It's a very creepy sensation.
Mm-hmm.
As he's tapping into some force that is imperceptible.
You okay, Skrewy?
I'm worried for Riz.
I'm interested in the curse portion that he got. That's fun.
Okay.
Low key, I thought that you were going to be like, I wish that all the people in the village were gone.
Banish them to the cornfield.
Yeah. Send them to the cornfields.
Yep.
Alright. So, the power in the room reaches a zenith as crackles of electricity are flowing through the Jinn as it floats in front of you. And it claps its hands together once, and there is a bright spark of light flashes through the room, nearly blinds you for a moment, and the Jinn will look at you and say, "You are being punished. You are being fined, and the price is enough gold to buy the wind."
Yeah, how much is the...
The Jinn blinks a few times. What?
How much is the price of wind?
Who are you?
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Paladin.
It looks around.
My name is Raisin. It is good to meet you. Again.
I have to go.
Understandable. Here. And Rizzle hold out a little bluebird feather. Have safe
It takes it.
journeys.
It takes it and wanders away, fading into invisibility.
Rizzle
Poor guy.
curl up and stare back out the window again.
Oh boy.
So we were worried about the slimes spreading their curse, but we really should have been concerned with Riz spreading theirs.
Hmm.
Look, if you just give like a bunch of people a part of the curse to find out everything, that's not too bad, right? They're just part cursed. Just kinda cursed.
And if you reanimate some dead people first and give it to them, it's even better.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Because I mean, they don't need to know who they were in life.
No, not at all.
Also, does Riz object to Vera coming in with literally an entire corpse worth of insects onto them?
They'll get spit out at the end of the day, so...
Yeah.
Ew.
I'm pretty sure Riz is the one that's going to have to deal with that. Like, after that, then.
Door will open, they'll tap the side of the wagon and just...
Yeah.
Not really dealing with it.
Oh, wait, no, I was thinking about the,
Yeah, I'm not pulling on a rope.
That's true.
I just knock on the side of the wagon and it just will
You got
eject it.
slimed.
I got greased.
Nickelodeon slime. God damn it.
Anyways, does evening pass without issue? Past mine?
Past Shades.
You know, I was
Who?
just hoping it was the traveling around as part of a curse, but I mean, it kind of is, I guess. He got the amnesia too.
Yep.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I forgot he was there.
Okay.
So did he.
Oh, shit.
So it is now the 10th of May, 7 a.m. Those of you who wake up early are awake.
Alright, time
Alright.
to guard it up. Riz is already outside getting ready to contact Eden, not gonna lie. So
Petra's getting ready to chat with the soul at some point.
Kurla has
Yeah.
stepped out and is sipping tea.
That's getting ready to fuck up a bunch of people's lives. Again.
Our own.
And Vera's asleep.
This is just waiting for everyone outside so we can do the thing with Petravian first.
Yep. So Vera will eventually wake up, get out of the Vardo.
All right.
Good morning, boss.
Morning.
Molly?
Is everyone ready for what we have to do? Have you already contacted the gods?
Was waiting to find out what Petravian's information was first. Maybe I could get a better question to ask, you know?
Oh, so, brother, what are you doing particularly?
Well, this particular spell, I guess it would be, allows me to call back the soul of the person that recently died, of this person. And I can talk with it for about 14 minutes.
Did the soul inhabit their body at that time?
No, I think they just come back and through the not binding of the spell, but through they have to be willing also.
Okay. Alright, well, whatever. Let's give it a shot, I guess.
Yeah. Vera will open up the chest and the seat and is going to present the bones to Petravian.
Do you think there's any sort of limit on what questions you can ask, or how many, that kind of thing? I know you haven't done this before, but what's your instinct telling you?
Just talk normally.
Alright.
It's not like it's not a limit, right? Like, we've already had to deal with that shit. It didn't end well.
No, it's...
Just to be safe, maybe Vala should not be asking the questions this time.
Hey, it was one time.
I mean, we already had the one shot to check.
I'd be better this time if I did it. But, either way, Petravian's doing this. So, and I laid them out.
Yep.
Petravian, that is.
Good.
Punch him right in the face.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what you got.
So Petravian will actually kneel down and dig his hands into the earth, trying to connect with Eden, and he will cast Speak with Soul.
All right. Cool. Okay. You cast Speak with Soul, and nothing happened.
Did you read the description, Skrewy?
Yeah. Soul of the dead creature has to have the...
Did you read the spell, Skrewy?
Yes!
But how long to get the body back to the...
It's a 30-minute flight.
God damn it.
Screwy. It says, you must be at the soul's place of death. Or be in the soul's presence.
Oh, God.
Oh, see, I thought if we had the body, that would...
Stop assuming things with spells!
So what did it say?
Okay. It didn't say anything. It didn't come back.
Well, this is up Shit's Creek.
Alright, so what do? We wait in the night to figure all this out?
I can
Sure,
contact
it's-
gods.
Vera.
I don't want to be that person, but the Deadlands aren't exactly waiting for us to take care of this.
Well, there's also that druid we saw, right?
Yes. Well,
But let's... Riz, can you check with...
Yeah. I've
Whoever
got
you
a
can.
couple who I'm going to ask.
And I guess I'll just... And I take this sack of bones again. But this time I'm going to place it in the coffin.
Alright.
And I'm going to start
Love the
digging a
coffin.
hole to put it in.
You got it.
I'm going to use my first fate point of the day
Mm-hmm.
to contact Eden. Go off near the cart, have a nicer seedling I have, plant it,
Mm-hmm.
and here's kind of how I want to will it while trying to connect with her. Hello,
Mhm.
Eden. Feel like we've been having a lot of conversations lately. Petravian needs a lot of help. Well, the thing is, there is this village. The people were overtaken by slimes, and, well, it's fine if they do not have souls, but I just want to make sure that they would not hurt people out of nowhere, that they still don't have this aggressive nature that the one in the box had, that they wouldn't try to create more like them. Cold breeze for they're bad and should, you know, and a warm breeze for like, yeah, it's cool, man.
Wish yes for once.
You know, whatever works for
Yeah,
you.
yes, whatever.
For the
Out of
patient
some-
help.
Out of some nearby underbrush, a deer strides out, and it has a little fawn with it.
Hello.
They both look at you, and then bound off into the woods.
That was not the question, the reasoning I asked. You know that.
You know, Talking with Eden really fucking sucks.
Oh, it does. Absolutely. I'm only good at making her happy. I'm not really good at talking to her, okay?
Oh, I understood that. It's kind of the same answer that we've been getting from literally everybody, which is make your own decisions.
Something occurs to me. We do know of one group of travelers who did pass through there without being attacked. We didn't know they were slimes or oozes or whatever until now, until well after we passed through the town, and they left us be.
Wait, who now?
Who?
Us! We passed through the town without being attacked. So I would think that.
Technically we were attacked, but...
Well, yes, but not by the townspeople.
I mean, technically by the townsperson.
But he's dead now. We got that one. I mean, Ezel, I don't know how much more we could do to prove it that they are safe. If we could, there are excuses you can make, like, oh, they knew we were strong, they could sense it or something. But what are we going to do to get around that?
I'd like to have Riz just contact a few more gods if they're able to, and if we can't determine it, I wanted to have Alec or someone sent here just to take notes.
I think that is reasonable. Uh-huh.
Did you...
Yeah, alright. I think that keeping an eye out isn't too bad, although
If they...
having someone spy on these people does seem kind of messed up.
For the greater good of potentially saving who knows how many, isn't it worth it?
Oh, it could be for nothing.
Then you're wasting one spy's time.
It's
For
more than that, but yeah.
For how long?
I guess. It's not just a spy that is involved. These people are being under surveillance against their consent, or at least not with their consent.
Isn't that what the wizard was doing? He was surveying
Yes.
them?
Well, he's dead now too.
Oh my goodness, Lovette.
Well, I'm just saying, how much more retribution do you want? I don't.
You're
I don't
just
agree
not
with you.
helping, though. You're just
Well,
disagreeing
no.
with everyone.
I don't agree that we need to. I don't know. I think
It's not about
maybe
retribution, it's about taking responsibility. You might want to try that sometime.
It's not our responsibility.
it is our responsibility. Like I've been saying, that we're the only ones that know this, Lovette. We're the only ones that can take responsibility for this. We're the only ones that know that there might be an issue.
Alright.
And so
Well,
what if
I
there
suppose-
isn't going to be one? The fact is there could be, so we need to take that responsibility and work with it.
The very least we can do is make sure that someone keeps an eye on them for a little while.
Alright, I'm going to go talk to Gigarian now. They'll hop over to the side of the car. Well, actually, their Gigarian symbol's right under their Eden symbol, so that's on the door.
Okay.
Put their hand on there. Pray to Gigarian and be like, so can this because we're devolving more to Keni just being chill with gods. So bro just want to check, is this village safe enough to where we don't have to worry about leaving? Like, they're not just gonna kill random people and turn them into slimes, bro. Just checking. Fam.
My guy, my man, my Gigarian.
Okay.
Chest bump.
Let me see if I can. I'll be right back. I'm gonna check a voice for this.
Okay.
BRB.
Hey fam, how's it doing?
My question is, what makes you think that Gigarian can see the future?
I just want to know, like, if he has a good sense of it, family. I'm a ding dong.
Okay.
He's my bro.
All of these are my bros. They're all my bros.
Except for one, but I can't remember.
What?
What? What do you mean? Riz, you ask Gigarian what to do about this, whether these things can be trusted.
Yeah.
And what to do about them.
Yep.
Hello, Riz.
Hello. I hope you're well. Your temple in the holy city was beautiful.
My followers do me proud.
They're all very kind. Loved them. Loved talking to them. Do you have any advice on this situation?
I do.
I'd love to hear it if you do not mind.
I believe that all life must be protected.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. You don't think they're gonna do anything bad?
I am not certain,
No. Alright.
but life must be protected. Those who are weak need to be sheltered, and it is the responsibility of those with power to be that protection.
Okay. Thank you, Gagarian. I truly appreciate.
You're welcome, Riz. Good luck with
I know.
your own issue.
You didn't have to say it that way. But okay.
Good luck with all of that.
Yeah, okay. You don't have to rub it in that much. Love you too. Oh. You know, I like Vera's idea about having someone watch this place. Seems like a good idea, you know, protect the people and shit.
Oh, well, I was actually going to say, I guess I can see that while it's has its problems, probably a best option. But we kind of, what did Guy Gallion have to say?
Lovette, it's not going to be forever. It just needs the gauge to make sure that nothing strange happens, I guess. Nothing bad happens. And then they can, after maybe a few months with no incident, then they can just leave.
Yeah, just have someone set up camp, live around here, and just check in, and then if it's all cool, then they just go, you know?
Doesn't sound so bad, I guess.
If you could, I don't have a way of messaging them now, but if you can do that, just tell them that these are people who had their bodies changed, and they need to be scouted just to make sure that everything's safe for everyone else.
You're saying message that they're like, who? Our potential spy here?
I mean, can you talk to Alec or Book? Can you contact Book?
How about Callie's? But I'd rather have Callie send someone.
Karis?
Yeah, Callie says people now.
Karis has spies?
I don't know. I was going to ask as part of the thing.
Okay.
I don't see why not. Right? They're a ruler.
I mean, if they have spies, I guess. But I don't remember seeing any spies.
Well, that's kind of the point of spies. You're not supposed to see them.
You've got Vera there. He's out of line, but he makes a point.
Alright, I'm gonna have to word count real quick. The conundrum and the solutions we're coming up with are very interesting.
Too bad about that spell, though.
I thought, yeah, really. Too bad about that, but I do think that the GM in me is pleased that we lost our only easy answer out because of a player's forgetfulness and not because of plot contrivance. But
delicious.
There is also another thing that Petravian could learn using that spell, and that is by going to the area where that person died according to the journal and casting the spell and seeing if the soul returns. That would tell you if the soul left the person.
It's an interesting idea.
Ooh.
I don't know if we have the time for that, but it'd probably work.
I just want to say one thing about that. Kyle, you're thinking with portals.
That is a
reduction, baby.
I'm gonna have to burn 2 spells.
Nice. Okay.
I got my little typewriter device, and I'm going to message Karis.
Hi, Callis. I hope you're not busy. Do you have spies? We found a village that could be dangerous. Second message incoming, please wait. People in the village do not know they are monsters. They have not hurt anyone, but we want to make sure. Love you. Hope you're well.
I'm surprised Lovette said monster, actually.
Yeah, right?
I didn't really have...
You didn't have the luxury of
the words, yeah. I would consider oozes monsters by a technical definition. She doesn't really mean it by, like, a moral definition, although that's curious to interpret, I guess.
And Vera's just digging this grave, this tiny little grave. Because they're like, I guess this is what I should do, I guess, huh?
I'm feeding my horse carrots for the morning.
Kurla's actually going to go over to Vera and say, you need a hand with that?
Actually, how am I? I didn't even think about how I was actually doing it. I guess Vera made a, shovel out of wood, using wood shape. I only have 1 shovel, but thanks for the offer, I guess?
Kurla nods and then sort of wanders back off.
Lovette, you hear a voice in your head. It is the voice of Karis. That's a really strange request. No spies to speak of, but I'll send someone capable. Hope your quest goes well. Love you too. Safe travels, Lovette.
Oh, alright. Well.
Also, in your next message, you can tell them that there is a free tower that they can use.
Actually. Yeah, alright, well, I guess I'll send another one. This one's going to be less finicky on words, I think. So I'm just going to read it off and hope I don't go over.
Thank you. The town is Holbrook in Moscova. There is nearby tower. Could be used as base of operations. Let me know if there are problems. Love you.
All right, you get a response. Sounds great, Lovette. Someone should be down there soon.
All right.
Be good. Kids send their love.
Oh,
And I'm going to promptly die from a heart attack.
Because of the love that was said.
Because it was too cute. I mean, those miscarries a lot.
I was going to say, that's a really interesting way to roll a new character all of a sudden. No one saw that twist coming.
All right, well,
What a twist!
Didn't expect a character death tonight, but that's how it goes sometimes. All right, well,
Grem, you may excuse yourself from the table. We'll see you
Right.
next week.
yeah.
All right.
RSVP Lovette.
All right. Effing pasta.
Alright, so I guess if we're just going to be having someone watch these people for a while, what about telling them what they are? Is that even
I don't think that's necessary.
everyone else's
I-
thoughts?
I'm fine with them being watched.
Well, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
But
That's happening. We're not going to tell them that. I mean, I'm usually in favor of the truth, but I think I learned my lesson with Malchus. I think that if the best case scenario I see is that they don't change who they are if they know. But if some of them just happen to be mean, violent people who suddenly know that they are dangerous, there could be a problem.
Alright, but we all have to know, if we find out that something's gone wrong here, we'll be the ones that have to fix it. If it's not solved
Without
by someone else.
hesitancy.
Damn right.
Without hesitancy, we will come back and correct it.
As for me, I hate the idea of them not knowing the truth about them, but in this I happen to agree with Lovette. There's more danger in telling them and something going wrong than in keeping it from them, as horrible as it is to keep it from them.
If they find out on their own, then I don't think there's a need to suppress it. That's too far.
There's no good solutions here, just less awful ones. So
Vera gives a deep sigh. So,
Kurla, you notice that the sun comes out from behind a cloud.
fuck off, Ian.
Kurla's gonna look up at. Kurla is gonna notice that, and they're not gonna look happy about it.
Love them.
Fuck you, son.
Fuck you,
Basically.
cloud.
Well, fuck you, son. Yes.
I love Kurla's commitment to their edginess.
Yes, it's
Really?
just edginess. That's all it is.
I mean,
That's
I'm
the
just
sum
saying.
total of why
I'm just
colors
saying,
the way they
like,
are.
the reasoning can be whatever it is, but the end result is that the image of Kurla, like, riding a unicorn in front of a sun with a rainbow, just flipping all of it off, both hands, the scowl on their face, that's kind of the feeling I get here. Like, god dang it, son, don't patronize me.
Whatever floats your boat.
So Vera's going to tug on that rope that's in the carriage and is going to bring that cage out.
Mhm.
And I would like to. I start casting a spell, so
Okay.
we have to destroy this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And I'm going to make a flame sphere inside of the thing, or at least try to.
Okay. So you pull this thing out of your carriage, and you see that it now contains a young boy, maybe 8 years old.
Riz looks away.
Actually, I look around and I'm going to drag this thing into the forest. Also,
Okay.
I'm not risking people being like, "Oh no, they
Yeah.
killed the child." No, instead I want someone to be like, "Oh, they kidnapped a child and dragged them into the forest."
So as you begin to drag the cage into the forest, the subject starts to cry out for help, like not to you guys, but to anyone else in earshot.
I'm gonna use my staff with Charm Monster.
Does anyone
Okay.
know silence?
Anyone?
Okay. Charm Monster is successful.
Okay. Oh, please. I need you to just calm down. Please be quiet for a little while, okay?
The figure of the child nods and turns back into a bunch of plasm.
There we go. Riz nods to Vera.
Yeah, all right, so we take it in like far off the path.
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to create first a flame sphere, which isn't going to do much, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to linger in there as long as it's there.
Right.
God
Okay.
damn, Vera the Executioner. God damn. Every time.
So just a flame sphere or anything else?
Anyone else got things that they want to drop on this thing? Which looks like a child. Riz.
No, it doesn't anymore.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
looks
it's
like
just goop now,
it's
which
goop.
I'm fine now. I'll just cast Disintegrate on it.
Okay.
We want
go
it dead,
ahead.
right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Dead.
Because we were told that this thing
It's dangerous.
is actually a dangerous one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so one thing I'll say, the flame sphere,
Mhm.
like, it literally cannot hit this thing.
Really? Flame
Yeah.
sphere is
Uh,
completely useless right now.
So the DC on that is DC 16. The creature's minimum reflex save is higher than that. So it's actually just able to squish its way around the cage to where it can just constantly and consistently avoid the flaming sphere. So it's faster and more maneuverable. So it's just unable to be touched by it. So the flaming sphere will literally do no damage to this thing.
So, Riz will look at the thing being weird and goofy and shit, and they'll make a circle and an odd rounded end star inside the circle, and they'll put their hand forward, directing that symbol at the creature, and cast Disintegrate.
Okay. That is going to strike the creature. So that is going to be a DC 23 Fortitude save. And it passes.
Come on. So it
Sorry.
only gets
All right.
half?
So, no, not. It takes 20 damage.
Oh, okay.
So it'll take 20. Okay. It like screeches and squeals, but is otherwise okay.
Kurla has been standing beside Petra and Vera, and their right hand has started to emanate a kind of eerie black-red flame,
Mhm.
as if they were preparing a spell. But seeing neither of the previous attempts succeed, this fire is going to suddenly intensify. And if I may, I would like to cast Slay Living, but I would like to cast it as higher level and use my meta magic to adjust the range from touch to close. So
love
I don't
it.
actually have to touch the thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And whether this spell succeeds or not, Kurla is going to be shuddering as they cast this, as if casting it is actually causing them physical pain.
I mean, it's a pretty rough spell. Okay, so it gets a DC 20 Fortitude save. Fucking nat 20. Of course.
Are you kidding me?
Of course it would. So it's going to take partial damage. 3d6 plus 1 per caster level, so roll a 3d6 plus 14.
Sure.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make it reroll.
Oh, on this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's 2 points.
Alright, reroll. Haha, look at that.
Yay!
Okay.
It counts! So Riz just
So-
makes this weird circular motion in purple
So-
magic. And
So Riz, you roll back time just ever so slightly. And the creature fails the save. Alright, it now takes 12d6 points of damage plus 1 per caster level. So go ahead and roll 12d6 plus 14. Alright. You deal 58 points of damage to this creature. It screeches and squeals, but it still lives.
And after that,
Gracious.
after that goes away, this light appears, like this thin line, and it explodes. Actually, how close are we to this thing? Hold on 1 second.
Wait a minute. Let's flame strike the whole goddamn cage.
Oh, because Flame Strike is pretty big, isn't it? It's 40.
It's like a 10-foot burst.
Are we far enough away from this thing to?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But you guys are all using ranged spells anyway.
Right. So you see this line of blue that then instantaneously expands into this column of fire. I'm gonna lay 2 flame strikes into this thing.
Fuck it. So you nuke the site from orbit. Go ahead and cast the spell. Lovely. Okay.
Only way
Gets
to be
a
sure.
reflex save for half, which it will most likely pass because it almost can't fail that. Okay. It's going to take half damage, so that is, in this case, 19 damage, I think. Like that. Okay.
And that is another. That one was 49 if it was total damage.
Cool. And it's going to try to save that. Nat 20s, of course. Okay.
Fucker.
So it takes 25 from that. The second flame strike comes down, and the creature starts to attempt to look like different things all in quick succession. So first it looks like Riz, then it looks like Kurla, then it looks like Vera, then it looks like Petra, then it looks like a child, and it's just switching like maybe a quarter of a second at a time as it just morphs itself very quickly.
You just call me a child.
No. I did no such thing.
He went through like everybody and then said a child.
Yeah. And then the second flame strike hits it, and it is fried to a crisp, and it just falls in on itself and ceases to have any kind of viscosity.
Oh,
it looks more like a burnt cake or a burnt pizza. How about that? It looks like a burnt pizza at the bottom of the cage.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay.
As this is happening, Kurla won't have taken their eyes off this living creature that they've just helped kill, and they're gonna look slightly sad about it.
Oh, it is dead now? Okay, cool.
Vera singed it. I think
Yeah.
Lovette is actually not nearby specifically because she wants to keep Archie away. Because like he's been around a lot, but she doesn't see any good reason to expose him to this like execution. He doesn't need to put Old Yeller down again.
All right. So the subject is dead, and the cage is destroyed by the flame strikes. So what else would you like to do?
I've got one other thing before we leave.
Wait, what if one of us is a slime?
Ah!
Start stabbing myself.
So do we wait for this agent from Karis to
I
come?
don't think we have time.
or-
We gotta get going. I'll check on them really quick, and then we'll get going.
Vera's going to actually it would take too long to dig a grave for this thing, just to bury it and get it away from everything. So
Okay.
I guess we'll just leave the cage. So are we just yeeting out here and not saying goodbye to the village? Like, yeah, we'll see ya.
Oh yeah, that's why I was hoping you were not gonna say that. I mean, we can go back and say bye to them if you want so bad,
Oh.
Vera.
Vera doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I can't imagine that any of the characters would give a shit. I feel bad about it, and Lovette will feel bad about it, but she's also like, oh, probably better that we don't.
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable
might
being
have
there.
Well, yeah, and they might ask questions that we don't know how to answer. And in fact, as she's thinking about it, it's like, oh, they might ask Petra questions. No, we gotta go.
Well, you're hello, slime friend. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn it. Oh, bleep, 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 bleep. Okay, so if no one has any objections, you want to load
No,
up
we'll
and
abscond.
head out?
Yeah.
So we're going to be heading on the left track then.
Yep.
Again.
Alrighty. So in that case, you guys load up your wagons and you continue on to the west. So I'll put you back out to the main Moscova map here.
Onward!
Brother,
Woo!
on the way, Vera's going to look at Petravian riding on Chisel. Don't you think it's kind of messed up to have that thing on your shoulder?
Aw. No, I think he's cute.
I'm really uncomfortable around it. honestly.
It's sucking on one of the molasses cakes.
Oh no! Wait, no! I was. How many over left?
How many are left? How many were there?
Oh, they gave you dozens. Like they
Oh,
loaded
that's
you
nice.
guys up.
Okay. Load human plates because they are so big.
See, Xeno feels bad about leaving without saying bye. Because they are nice.
Yeah, same, frankly.
That's fine.
Lovette wants to say bye.
Hey,
but-
they gave you like 6 bottles of vodka and a bunch of cakes. So I'm actually gonna add that to your guys'
Party
party
loot.
loot. Yeah.
I mean, if we get... Yeah, what's up?
If anyone's thirsty, we got some water in here. So
Yeah.
I'm
Good
gonna hang
old
on.
water.
Goddamn. I mean, if you say it like that and Lovette's not thinking about it, she might grab one.
once we get to like a desert, oh, I'm so thirsty.
Yeah, right. Oh, God, no.
Bad news, guys.
Oh, it's so warm. It feels like this water's burning.
It's so hot here. Even the water burns.
Petra's like, no, I think he's absolutely adorable, aren't you, little Pew?
Yeah, but
Squeaks his Pew's belly.
That's not what's in question. It's just the context.
like
It's very creepy.
the thing may have been made by the same person who, like, may have kind of killed an entire town.
Right? I mean, it might be like made out of corpses or something.
I look at it again.
It looks at you. Hold on. Just let me pull it up here. It looks at you with those coal black eyes.
I do the I'm watching you motion with my fingers and eyes.
A little bubble will appear on its forehead and pop.
I'm gonna try to train it.
Of course you are.
Seriously, I really am glad that Petravian is the one that found this thing.
Me
'cause
too.
I think we
Me
would have killed it
too.
otherwise.
Yes.
I mean, Lovette would not have killed it, but she would have left it behind. I'm glad as well, because I think that it is cute as well, but it definitely would have been like, yeah, nope, definitely leaving the dead guy's weird fucking lab pet here.
Alright, so the wagons pull out to the west, eventually exiting that forest and traveling further along the road toward the Sandway, which is the name for the passageway that goes between Moscova and Sejun. It's a mountain pass. I'd like a survival check from one person in the party. Lead the way through it.
Vera.
You got it.
Looked at the druid.
That's a 26.
Nice.
Hey, lovely.
All right, you lead the group through, and aside from some rough terrain, it's altogether pretty easy. As you're traveling across this area, your elevation changes significantly. It's actually mostly downhill, which is kind of nice. And as you're traveling this way, it's also getting significantly warmer, and the terrain here is changing from being kind of a frozen, peaty kind of taiga as far as the style of ground. It's actually becoming more sandy as you go. So by the end of the Sandway, the ground is sort of soft with sand, and there's very little plant life, and you find yourselves in the nation of Sejun.
Yay!
We made it! Yay!
Mazel tov.
Stretching out ahead of you is a rather featureless landscape.
How long does this amount of travel take? Is this all the same day?
Nope, it's been 3 days.
The end of the first day, I also am going to send a message. I don't need to get the details, but I'm going to cast a sending spell to that guy whose name I definitely remember, the owner of the bar. Basically say, "Oh, hey, sorry we couldn't come back. Something came up. Hope you're doing well."
All
Alright, so where are we right now? Where's the Sandway?
Sure. So you guys have cut across the mountains here, and you find yourselves in the eastern part of Sejun. Let's see if I have the scaling on this. I do. You guys are about 340 miles northeast of Manzana.
Alright, so
Jeez.
I assume we're going to just be... Oh, let's see. So we're told that this thing was in Sejun. So we're probably looking for a rune? Or the temple, right?
We're looking for a temple of Set.
Okay.
I know where it is.
But Riz does not.
No.
It does not.
So I guess we'd either want to go to Manzana. Is that what that one is?
Manana.
Yeah, it's a city on the southern coast of the continent there.
Yeah.
Trading port.
Or Hasisi.
Well, I don't think we can... Can we get to Hasisi straight from here? There's not really a path to there. There's a road from Manzana, but...
Is there?
So my question is, do you all know the layout of this place well enough to even know that these cities are here?
Nope, but we bought maps.
We have a map.
You have
We have
maps.
that.
Oh, cool. Okay, you're fine then.
That nice
Okay,
map.
in that case, yeah, you could go to either place. They're both basically off-road, practically. There is a trail that will take you to Manzana, like a small path, but most of the travel that goes to Moscova is by boat.
Mhm.
So
Ah.
it's pretty rare for people to take this by wagon, but there is a trail, as
So-
little good as that does.
Yeah, so where does the trade road go that the Sandway connects to?
Yeah, I'll draw it here for you.
Alright, so the Sandway leads to the path that goes to Manzana.
Right. Now, that's not to say you couldn't off-road it to Hasisi pretty easily. If you have
Okay.
a map showing you where all the cities are, you can go to whichever one you want.
Well, the easiest one to get to is going to be Manzana, so I suppose that'll be the first place. We'll find out where we need to go. You said it was a temple, right?
There's a temple somewhere in Sejun, yes.
We need to find someone in like a red cloak figure, yes.
So I guess ask around for a mysterious.
Red cloaked figure that doesn't.
Oh, well, actually, I got an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I could scry on them.
Yeah, you could.
Technically, I've become familiar with them in a little bit, so it's more than just hearing about someone. I've seen them. So you know what? I'm gonna fucking scry on this person. See if I can get the lay of the land of where they are. I would actually like to put like a couple fate points into that to add up the DC.
Okay.
So let's see. It's like it goes for 1 each.
Okay, so will save modifier is going to be 0. And the connection is likeness or picture, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to have an overall -2. Or you don't have any of that. You have nothing, so you have a 0 there. Okay, cool. All right, it's DC 21. Question.
Yeah.
Do you have a silver mirror worth 1,000 gold?
What?
Required components. The focus. Well, I guess you could just do it. You know what? Fuck it. There's a divine focus. You're casting this as a divine character, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Okay. In that case, you would need a pool of water.
Okay, we got plenty of water. I also have a pocket mirror.
Pocket mirror's not going to cut it, but a pool of water is fine. So
Some
as long as you
water,
have a pool. Okay. Who's got the water?
Well, first of all, we have that water in the bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got like 6 bottles of water there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you want to use one of those for
Spicy water.
Vodka scrying.
Yeah, put the
Okay.
spicy water down.
Spicy water, yeah.
Use that to
Okay,
scry.
Okay. So you pour some spicy water into a bowl, and you cast scrying on it, and what you see is a person wearing a red cloak, like a red sort of coat, and they're looking around a library.
Okay. Got it. Any distinct interests in this library that make it special?
You're not sure, but you continue watching them for a little bit. It lasts for a minute per level.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you're watching them through this bowl of spicy water, you see them get up and like walk to a door.
Mm-hmm.
They open the door and there's a person there. They speak to them for a moment, take something from them, look out into the town beyond them, but you can't see it. All you can see is this person and like their immediate surrounding.
Yeah.
So
What did they just get?
it's some sort of document, but you can't quite read it.
Okay. Is that all I really get?
Yeah, that's about all you get from this. So it looks like they live in a small library based on this interaction.
Okay. Riz kind of goes out of their trance. Well, we're at least looking for a library
A library.
to find this person to guide us.
So maybe it's in a town?
It has to be in a town.
That would probably be in a city.
Right, it would be one of the bigger settlements, surely.
I would think so.
It was
Like,
a small library, though.
Oh,
Small enough to live in.
Well, I guess that's where we'll go off of for now.
Yes, that's all we have. Apologies, Vera. I'm trying my best.
I know you are.
that's something.
It's more than we had. So we keep moving.
Alrighty. We just check some distances here.
I'm on my way.
Anyone
As we're
want
traveling.
any water?
Yeah.
Yes, we have plenty of
Has
spicy
spicy-
water. Anyone want to drink it out of a bowl?
You don't know what's spicy yet.
You don't.
Okay.
It smells
It's-
spicy.
It's going to be a 7-day journey from the Sandway all the way down to the city of Manzana. Anything you want to do on the next 7 days journey?
During this time, Petra will ask Vera to see Hummel so that Petra can just chat with, have a one-sided conversation with Hummel. I mean, communicate with them and look, at some point, say to Vera, I hope we can find a way that Hummel can talk back. I mean, don't get me wrong, their dance moves are pretty good.
Brother, listen, you've said this to me like 7 times between the Holy City and now. I get it, I do understand. But we have to help Melly first, and then we can figure out what to do there.
I know it's
Yeah.
really hot and dry out here, but you don't need to be so thirsty.
He's been drinking plenty of water.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Do you want any? And I will hand a bottle to Lovette.
Oh, jeez. Isn't this,
It's definitely got some zip to it, I'll tell you that.
what the fuck? Are you still sitting water like that? Is it actually water?
I
Take a sniff.
I look at the bottle. Like, it looks like water.
It's clear.
Lots of things look like water, Vera.
I sniff it. What's it smell like?
It burns your nose.
Oh,
but it
what the
otherwise
fuck
has
is
no
that?
flavor.
I'm pretty sure it's alcohol.
I
Why would they
take
make it clear?
I take a sip of it.
It's definitely alcoholic.
Yeah, that's not water.
Yeah.
You want it?
Huh.
Sorry, I need a second to compose myself. I wasn't ready for that. Lovette kind of just raises an eyebrow. Like, after all that, are you serious?
Wait, it tastes like shit.
I'll just hang on to it, whatever.
And I'm gonna just like spray water into my mouth using great water.
Just
All right.
from nowhere.
Anyway, so yeah, we'll make our way on this road.
As
Anything we do?
As
Kurla
we continue on, Kurla is going to be looking less and less comfy in this weather, considering how pale they are and how much black they wear. So at one point they will discard their hooded cloak, and they will maybe even roll up the sleeves of their tunic a little bit, which doesn't expose any skin. They've got just white bandages wrapped around their wrists all the way up to where the sleeves of their tunic are now rolled up. And when they loosen the collar of their tunic, same thing. Very tight white bandages just wrapped around their neck.
On the way, I'm going to talk to Melly quickly. So, Brother Petra keeps on asking about a way that he can talk to Hummel. Is there some way we can enchant maybe like a necklace or something when we get back to the hive and the font?
You're asking this of Mellifera?
Yeah.
The attachment between Hummel and Petra it warms the heart. I would like to assist in this, but Hummel's time has come and gone.
That's true. And he's in a safe place now.
What would you have us do?
Well,
Kill Petra.
that's true. Wait, give me 1 minute.
All right, you have 10 combat rounds to kill Petra.
Alright.
I think you can do it in 3.
Just while you're chopping him to bits with the scythe, I'm doing this for you. I'm doing this for you.
Well, I feel like there's 2 ways we can go about this. One.
Yes, sister?
Well, the easiest would be to maybe enchant something with natural magic, so you can talk to Hummel. But that wasn't really. That just lets them talk. But there was something that I've been thinking about that we could use the entomancy that we're able to conjure and make a form for him, an animated husk, per se.
See,
I might need to have one of my friends help with it, but I think we could make a form for him that would be able to feel like a normal person. It wouldn't just be just an animated husk, it would be an actual vessel that maybe we could have Hummel's soul interact with. I don't know how long he'd be able to maintain it for an extended amount of time, but it would be enough time to at least, on occasions, be able to interact with Petra. I don't know if it'll work, but it's something that we could try. We just need the right components, the right materials.
it warms my heart that you care for your brother so much.
I want my brother to be happy. Even if it is a slight waste of time, but he deserves to be happy.
I do not have much power now, but once things improve, I may be able to assist with this.
Thank you, sister. And of course, we wouldn't be wasting time trying to do that while we're trying to bring you back to power.
Of course.
I'll let him know.
I believe in you.
We'll get it done, sister. And I'll turn to Petra. Brother, I will help in what I can to help you interact with Hummel again. But it'll be once we return Mellifera to power, so that she can actually aid us. And
Well, that takes far more precedence over my rather minuscule needs.
it will take a decent amount of natural magic, a fair amount of components, and maybe Karis's help. But
What are
I
you
may
thinking?
be able to grant a form for Hummel. At least that he can use for a limited amount of time every once in a while.
Without warning, Petra will just lean, because he's riding in the cart with you. He will lean over and just like 2-arm hug you.
No. And I'm gonna like spread your arms out, like with my arms, just like push you off. That's nice. That's nice, Petravian. But I'm good.
You're more than good.
I'm good. And we'll continue riding along.
Alrighty. In that case, to roll ahead to the 16th.
It's the 16th now.
And similar to Kurla, once we start getting into the hotter weather, and we're not in like civilization at least, then Lovette will probably doff her coat because it's really fucking warm. But she's gonna have to put it back on when we're around people because of the robot arm.
How's Plu doing with all this super dry dry heat?
That's
Dry
your
heat's the best, bro.
Not for slimes or oozes. My
you sure with that?
John Cena!
I mean, they live in dank caves. I would assume a dry desert is kind of unpleasant for them.
Look, I live in a dank cave, and I fucking love a dry heat.
Get a good schwitz going.
There's that word again.
Okay. Well, you all find yourselves 3 days further down the trail here. And it is currently the 16th of May. It's a Saturday. And that makes it Archie's birthday.
Hooray! Yay!
Yay! So, what all do you want to do for this, or if anything?
God, it's present. Kind of got to get assembled really quick, but do that relatively quickly. An engineer, after all. But I'm gonna try and set up a big, like, 16 by 10 frame and canvas, and once I get all that set up, and show that off to him, be like,
Oh, dude, look, I tried to get these together so that you could paint something, so that you could feel like your size isn't a hindrance, because you can still make beautiful things like this.
That is very thoughtful of you. Thank you very much. What should I paint first?
Whatever you feel like. You don't need to do anything with it if you don't feel like it, and once the feeling strikes you, I want you to put down whatever your heart tells you to.
I see. Thank you.
Please assemble it while I travel. I can play assembly really quickly. I mean, yeah. If you need, I just hope you're doing okay. I hope you liked it. Anyway, Kurla's got everything for you too. I'm pretty not for spoiling anything.
Yeah, Kurla's just been lurking with this big old tub of, I guess it was modeling clay.
I will step aside as though that is at all necessary.
Kurla will just sort of drag it forward to Archie and be like, "So I remember when we first really talked back in the day, and you were making those beautiful sculptures out of the snow. I thought you might want to take a crack at that too, and Lovette had much the same idea of the painting, that you might enjoy a bit of creating. So if you want to make some things out of clay like you did out of snow, this is for you. As I was telling you way back when, I really don't know what you're supposed to do on birthdays aside from give gifts and say that you're glad that the person is around. So here's a gift, and I'm quite glad that you're around." Kurla
Thank
looks
you.
so awkward right then, but
Thank you, Kurla. I am glad that you are around as well. I will treasure this gift of soil.
Kurla's actually gonna crack up. Kurla's gonna not just smile, but they're actually gonna giggle at that. I'm glad to hear that, Archie. Good on you for that.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he hangs out or does anything.
Eileen,
So,
Yeah.
no, go ahead.
Eileen to Petravian. Archibald has a birthday?
It's a gotcha day. You know when people get adopted?
Do you have Gotcha Day?
Gotcha day?
I was asking
Gotcha Day.
Petravian. He said he was adopted earlier.
Well, I mean,
Or do you have actual birthday?
They celebrate my birthday, but I don't know if they actually that was my gotcha day or my actual birthday.
I suppose we'll never know.
Why does it matter? You were born.
I don't know my birthday, so...
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't matter. You're born one day. There you go.
I'd be more interested in knowing who I was related to, if anything. If I even was related to someone.
Well, I mean, my adopted parents are, well, I know they're dead.
What about your, blood ones?
I don't know. I would well, if they're Oreads, they might be still alive.
Or another long-living race? Do you want to try out?
Okay. You can do that?
Yeah, I can find people who are related to people. One of my spells.
Ooh, yeah. That would be really nice. Thank you.
Alright. You want to do it now or later?
Well, it seems like a happy day. Why don't we try it? Yeah.
Alright. This can only end badly. I will use the spell to discern next of kin on Petravian, and I'm gonna search for his parents. His
Awesome.
blood parents.
Ooh.
Blood, 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 blood.
No.
Oh, I
Scan
thought
the
that
thoughts
wasn't
of an
how it
individual
worked.
and learn the names and locations of the target's living relatives.
I mean, last time I tried to do this, they did. Let's see if he's gonna be sad again.
Beware of asking questions to which you may not like the answers.
Okay. You search for a parent and you search for a father, but there is none.
Okay.
And then you search for a mother, and there is none. And you think, well, it was worth a shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you discern next of kin.
What?
There is a brother.
What?
Nice.
You just see Riz's jaw drop a little. Okay, can I focus in on this? What do I know about this brother? What am I getting from this?
Well, you know the
Where's he live? Where's he live? Where's he live?
the names and locations of the target's living relative. So, one moment. I have to get a name real quick. So, what you determine is during, so you cast the spell, and you get a little bit frustrated that there's no parents, and then you get a hit off of a brother, and you find a name and a location, and the name is Cassius Lucanus, and the location is Proda.
Riz just pops their head up and looks confused. Well, you have a brother?
Yes.
And Riz will repeat the name and location.
I have a brother?
Yeah, I know, crazy. Was looking for parents, found brother. I wonder what he's like.
Huh. But why wouldn't they have found him?
No separated at birth. Did they ever tell you that they met your actual parents?
No.
Well, then they probably didn't know he existed.
But it doesn't make sense.
Or
they
your
found me.
original parents just didn't keep you, but kept the other. It happens.
Ooh.
Huh.
Oh, the bedside manner there. It's just...
Petra's just gonna sit down, just processing all this this information, and he just kind of gets very quiet.
You never know.
Cassius? Sorry. Cassius or Cassius?
You can pronounce it either way.
Okay.
I mean, isn't it more important who you decide your family is, anyways?
Riz nods to that.
Of course. Though, finding out, it's nice to know you have blood relatives, too.
Watch him, meet you and then hate you. Terrible setback.
Yep. Blood relation means nothing.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything
Very
about
true.
it, so it's not like that matters much to me, you know?
No, it just means you can't be disappointed by it.
Well, it's true. Unless I remember things, and then I will get completely destroyed by it. That'll be a twist.
Upon hearing Vera say blood relations mean nothing, Kurla's mouth is going to open as if they really want to say something cutting, but they manage to catch themselves just in time, because they're trying to be better.
Yeah, and you can see as Vera's saying that, they have their hands behind their head, relaxing on the cart.
Mm-hmm.
1 foot up.
Like you're actually having an okay day for once.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was a good party.
And for Lovette, you may have been able to hear that, especially with the excitement from Riz. You're like, oh!
That's fair. Okay. I just want, if we're in earshot, then I think Lovette will still, she'll make note of it, but not, she'll give Archie her attention for the day. Just kind of keep that in the back of her sack, as it were.
Yeah, I figured Kurla would have wandered off after just bidding Archie a happy birthday and giving them a gift, because there's an awkwardness there.
Because look, like, I understand some people want birthdays and stuff, but it's not needed. It's just whatever makes them happy, I guess.
That's kind of the point, is just making people happy.
Yeah. But there's so much you could do rather than just having a party.
But don't you like making Ruduvi happy?
Well, yeah. Once again, making happy, but still.
What if she wanted a party?
Well, then we'll have a party.
That's it?
Yeah, I get that. But she's also a child.
Yeah, so is Archie. He's only 8 years old now.
Vera shrugs.
Riz shrugs in return. Well, is that it for the day? Are we good to keep moving?
Ooh,
yeah.
Fun times are had, and eventually it is packed.
Yeah, I need to see if I have a map or something here. I believe I do. Okay, cool. All right, so the next day would be the 17th of May, and during the travel for that day, Archie is going to approach the Vardo, walk up next to it as it's traveling.
Okay.
Pardon me.
Yes, Archibald?
May I have a word with Kurla?
Kurla?
Oi, certainly. What's on your mind, Archie? Or do you want to know word in private?
No, we can speak here. I have
Oi.
been considering since yesterday. I received a gift for my birthday, and I was tasked with determining something to paint.
Right.
May I paint you?
He's too precious for this world!
Kurla's actually not going to be able to speak. They're just going to nod an affirmative. That'd be lovely, Archie. By all means, right? Go for it. Thank you.
Paint me like one of your party.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to be the one to say.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Just
Thank you, Kurla.
Thank you, Archie. I'm genuinely touched.
So at that, he will walk back to his normal position in the caravan.
Kurla's just going to turn to Riz, kind of just dumbfounded and just, what?
Vet, you wanted to paint you?
You say that like it's a normal thing for a living automaton to want to paint you? Has that happened to you before?
No, nothing that happens to me has been normal in my life, so...
Alright, fair point. I mean, I can
being
relate to that as
surprised
well,
by
but-
things, it's just uncouth at this point.
I'm not even sure, to be honest with you, that it's the automaton painting. It's you know, the feelings under it, if I'm not misreading it. You know I'm not good with this sort of thing.
Then just feel. If you can't
Right.
use words, feel. Express in a different way.
Right, well, I'm working on that, aren't I?
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Bruce
And
just
Kurla.
nods to themselves as if they've said something super wise.
Kurla will just fall silent. But they'll be smiling, which is not a bad look on them. The fangs notwithstanding.
Meanwhile,
I don't think the fangs are bad.
you can hear Vera screaming at Lovette to find the slime that Petra's keeping. We don't know where it went, but I need to know where it is.
Meanwhile, the
Check it.
slime has...
Playing hide and seek. It's playing hide and seek. It's fine.
That thing's going to kill
Yeah,
us.
I don't like the hiding part.
No, yeah,
Lovette, check
what?
the back.
I am trying. You gotta telling me to do that when you stop moving fast.
Keep
In
going,
my mind,
Blue,
it's
you're
holding
doing
up.
great.
It's holding up the deck of cards to Chisel. Is like, Ploo, Ploo, and flipping through them. Is this your card? Is this your card?
I can hear it.
I know. So shall we just lost it?
Just take a long draft of my pipe. Never a dull moment here.
We're like throwing, there's stuff like coming out of the back.
Yeah,
I'm, like,
just moving
crawling on the
Vardo away from
outside.
shit.
I'm like shimmying along the side of the cart, looking in the windows and shit.
Can you see under the cart?
Oh God, you thought you. Look, fine. Just. I want to slow down a little.
Petravian, you need to keep a better watch on this thing.
I know, but he's having so much fun, aren't you, Plew?
What the fuck? Wait, what?
I listen, I don't hear any response back.
Petra shows Plew a ball, like, oh? Can you do it? Ball? Seeing if it. I mean, and I'm assuming Plu's just gonna stare blankly back at him.
I don't know. Did you find Plu?
Yeah, I found Plu.
How long
had
have you
him
known
as
where
well.
he was?
What the fuck? Why am I under the couch? Stop the couch!
We're
I
trying
thought
to.
it was hilarious.
We were trying to find him for 15. If he does that again, I swear. Like my hand starts on fire. He's going to get it.
Okay, I will keep him in check.
Good job, buddy. I like wave my hand as if it's like wet, and it's like the flames just sputter onto the ground, not onto the cart, onto the like sand.
Ah, ah!
Oh, sorry, Lovette.
Why are you doing this to me?
You don't have to be under the cart anymore.
I can't just let go.
Vera just stops the cart.
Ah!
Better?
Alright, good. Let's go.
All right. So, if there's anything else, we can do that. Otherwise, we can advance some time.
It's that time.
All right. So, a couple more days pass, and on the 20th of May, in the very early morning hours, so we'll say like 9 a.m.,
Mm-hmm.
you make it to Manzana.
Manzana!
Manzana!
It's a reasonable-sized city. It's a port with, a nice little harbor there, and there's a river to the west of the town. It's a whole thing. You approach, and it looks to be a wealthy place. Like, the buildings here are all kind of well put together and tall. The area shines in the sun. Like, the buildings, they seem to be polished in a way that you're not used to seeing buildings behave. Like, some of these things have kind of these towers coming off of the buildings themselves, but the towers are shined or built in a way to glint off of the sun, giving the whole city kind of a sparkling effect to it.
Fuck right here.
I like it.
Just blinking and blinking.
It has this royal feel to it. Oh,
Yeah.
A little much.
It is scattered clouds and 86 degrees today.
oh, beautiful.
Because if there's anything I wanted more was more sunlight.
I'm like just wiping sweat off my brow.
It's not even as comfortable, but it's pretty.
Riz shakes their cloak, and the bottom half, while it's shaking, just seems to kind of frill up, and it's suddenly a very short capelet now. Ah, much better.
Oh. Petra grumbles in plate armor.
Yeah. Petra looks like he's about to die.
Don't
Oh,
worry,
like a baked
my
potato.
only armor on me are these armlets right here. Don't worry. That's all I need.
Kurla's not looking much better than Petravian when it comes to responding well to the heat. They're not sweating, but they are somehow actually looking even paler, but it's not agreeing with them.
Vera looks comfortable, but they just have sweat on their
Mhm.
on them. But
Do you think people will be bothered by the arms? But it is.
I mean, I don't think you need to care what they think of you.
Well,
They do give him the double barrels.
if we're trying to get information, it might be good to be friendly.
I guess we'll just start by asking everyone.
Sounds good.
If you want, you can cover up your arms, but honestly, don't give a shit. You know?
Okay.
Who knows what they'll see when they look at me. This'll be fun game.
Ooh.
By the way, does anyone know how expensive wind is?
It's free.
Yeah.
You can't sell wind.
Okay.
Well, I mean, you could.
That'd be like a scam.
Wait.
Can you bottle up air and sell it? Wait.
Well,
So, yeah, what about
Yes.
with how you take with the stuff, the air elementals?
Well,
It's
how
like
much?
Bottling up water and selling it, that makes no sense either. Wait, hold on.
You know what? Stupid question. Anyways, okay, let's go get information and look for a library.
I mean, if you bought wind, wouldn't it just be an empty bottle?
Yeah, it needs to actually wind needs to swirl and everything.
What would the name of the local language be, Beardy?
Sejanese?
Sajanese?
Let me get you an exact answer, but I believe it's Sejanese.
I believe that's what Yaculus has on his, so.
Zarian.
Yeah, Sejanese.
I don't suppose you speak Sejanese, do you, Lizanne?
Riz just leans forward to you. Lovette,
They are going to understand me no matter what I say, just like you all do. And no matter what they say, I'm going to understand them. That's
Okay.
just how it works.
Okay. Well, I assume you mean relatively speaking.
What?
Well, understanding is relative. Never mind.
All right. Well, we're here,
Mm.
and we'll park in front of like an inn or wherever we're able to.
Get a stable area of some kind.
Yeah. And we'll probably make our way to like a main market district or maybe a bar district or something like that.
I'm looking for a library.
Yeah, I'll have my glasses on so I can.
I'm looking for
be able
shade.
to look for actual institutions, the names of things. See if I can find a library as well.
He's just looking for shade.
Go between a building.
Yeah, come over here. We'll throw some shade.
I was gonna say. I was waiting for someone to say it.
How you doing, Chisel?
Alright, so I'm going to be, like, grabbing people and being like, first I'm going to try out all of my languages other than Elven to see if any of them understand me.
Now, so the nice thing about this place is Sejun is a nation based around the exchange of money and ideas. So the people here pride themselves on knowing lots of languages. So a lot of them speak Vil.
Yeah!
A lot of them will speak Vilish.
So first try. Nice. Oh, thank God. Alright, do you know, in Sejun, where can we find libraries? Is there a large library in this town?
Oh, we have. So you just find like a rando and ask them?
I'm just asking.
Okay.
Do you want me to do a diplomacy to see?
Yeah, go ahead and do a diplomacy to gather information.
Okay. Good boy. Ooh, that's a
Nice.
21. Pretty
Somebody
good.
move.
Very good for Vera, yeah. You're on it tonight for rolls.
Really?
Yeah.
though?
Yeah,
Right,
seriously. Criminy.
Let's kill her for Vera.
I know,
It
right?
is. Mostly I've been rolling 8s, and that is actually pretty good. That is double the amount I normally do.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, you ask around, and you are pointed in the direction of a library in town. It is it's a pretty large affair. It's one of these bigger buildings in the old town, and it's like a municipal library.
All right, so I'll head over there. And
Okay.
I'm with Riz, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
So does this
Kurla
look
has
like,
also tagged
Oh,
along.
and I'll go along with her to the library as well.
So does this look like what you saw?
Does it, Beardy? If we
no,
go
this-
inside.
So just you go inside, and it's a significantly larger building. Like it doesn't have like a single door. It's like a big double door to get in. It's like a larger open space, and it's got a lot more books in it. This is a much bigger library than what you saw in your
It's too
try.
big. Sorry, Vera. I think
This
we're
is-
looking for
this is
something
too
much
loud.
smaller.
Oh, like a Pilsner library.
Like
You
a
see a
home
li-
library.
You see a librarian behind a counter working on something.
Hey, sprechen Sie wie?
The librarian is wearing like very like the typical clothes that people wear here tend to cover a lot of their bodies, just to keep them protected from the sun. So this guy's wearing like a long, sort of a very long tunic that goes down to like the ankles. The sleeves go all the way to the wrists, and this guy's got a wrap around the top of his head to protect his scalp as well. Anyway, it's like all kind of earthy tones, and you go up and he's got his back turned to you, working on something, organizing books on a counter.
Okay.
Hey, do you know this area? Sejun, I mean. The cities?
The figure turns around. Oh, of course I do.
What the fuck?
Oh,
No! 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 No!
I
question.
wanted that to happen. I wasn't sure if you were going to do it or not. I'm so glad you did. I love you for that,
love you.
Beardy. Thank you.
Question. Do I recognize this person?
Beardy.
Yes.
Does Vera recognize this person?
So I guess the question is, how mean am I going to be to Keni tonight?
Very.
Do it.
Do it.
Of course you recognize this person.
Hell yeah.
Stetlif.
Wait,
Well, hi there.
did you get moved from the holy city over to here?
You lost your job?
What do you mean?
Who the fuck is this?
How did he get here faster?
No teleporters.
Do you have any like blood cells or siblings?
No, Oh boy, do I. I have lots of brothers. I'm from a really big family.
I had a bad feeling you were going to say that.
Twins?
Here and there.
Oh. But never mind that. We need to find a certain library. It's smaller than this one, headed by someone in a red robe. Sound familiar at all?
Let me think. Gosh, let me just think about that for a minute.
Who the fuck is this? How do you know this person?
Well, apparently I don't know them, but they have a brother, I guess, in the Holy City.
Glad I didn't meet them.
Yeah,
While Detlev is considering, Kurla is going to start muttering under their breath and gathering magics, and is going to cast Detect Magic because they're remembering the weird vibe they got from Detlev in the Holy City, if I may.
Yeah, so you cast Detect Magic, trying to be a little bit sneaky about it, I'm assuming, right?
No, not all that sneaky. I mean,
Oh,
it was
okay.
pretty obvious when I did it in front of Detlev and the last Detlev, and they didn't really care. So,
Okay. So you do that, and you get the same readings.
which was heavy sort of illusion magic, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, is this a private library or a public library?
Hell if I know.
Hmm.
All we know is it's in Sejun.
Seems like a private library. Do you know of anyone in town who is wealthy enough to own one?
Maybe not even in town.
Well, yeah, but I'm not going to expect that. They knows that.
Do you know other libraries from other cities or towns in Sejun?
Well, sure. Every town in Sejun has at least one library.
Is there a significant smaller one that someone might be able to live in?
Oh, they lived in it?
Yes.
Well, then there's only one that I know of.
What? Oh,
Do go on,
Mhm.
please.
Well, sure. There's only one library that the librarian lives in. And that's...
the monastery? Or something like that?
What is it?
Getting the name.
Okay.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh my
Let me just think about that. It's on the tip of my tongue. No. That's Dr. Syad's library. That's over in Hassisi.
Thank you.
How do you spell that?
S A Y Y A D.
There's two ones. Sayyad, Syad, right?
Yeah,
Sayyyad?
Mhm.
Fuck.
yeah. She lives in the library over in Hassisi. She's a historian.
A
Not
historian.
really much of a librarian, but a historian. That's what she has a doctorate in.
Would they know about temples at all?
What do you mean? What
Uh,
kind of temples?
Just, maybe old ruins of some kind, perhaps.
Well, let me clue you in. If it's old, then yeah, probably.
Thank you, kind sir. My name is Riz, and it is very good to have made your acquaintance. Thank you so much for your help.
Well, it's great to meet you. I'm Detlev.
So do all of your brothers, sisters, do they all sound the same?
I don't know what you mean.
Are any of them also named Detlev?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay.
But you're not from the Holy City.
Nope, can't say that I am.
Oh, cool.
My eye
We'll
twitches.
just let Detlev know that we met you. See ya, Detlev. Definitely not Detlev who doesn't know Detlev, but is Detlev.
What
Hi.
the fuck are you doing, Lovette?
I'm just tired. It's really hot out
Get
here.
into the cart and take a nap.
It's actually cooler in here.
Yes.
Well, I guess we're off to Hassisi then.
Yes. A very good place to go. Thank you for our lead. I much appreciate it.
There's no problem at all. You have a great day.
You too, sir. Please.
Goodbye.
Have a good life, I suppose. I doubt we will pass each other ever again.
The librarian waves goodbye to all of you.
We're going to exit.
Kurla's fingers are twitching like they want to cast Dispel Magic, but they're gonna just traipse out of the library instead.
All right.
Itching.
One of
There's
these
something
days,
very
we're gonna
wrong with
figure
that
out-
librarian.
One of
What?
these days, we're gonna figure out what they are.
Wait, what?
I'm telling you, they're just. It's weird, okay? They were in the Holy City, now they're down here, and it's like as if it's nothing.
Yeah, they're
I'm-
brothers.
I know it's nothing.
Riz just looks between all of you. Do you want me to just go ask him?
Ask
Well, I
him
tried
what?
that with the one in the Holy City, and I just didn't get anywhere. But
Ask him what he is.
He's a fucking librarian.
With some
Riz shrugs.
hardcore illusion magic, it's obscuring something about him. The exact kind that was on the one on the librarian that looked the same and had the same name in the Holy City. Something, it's not quite. Something's a little bit off about the whole thing.
Alright, I'll go ask. And Riz just 180s. Excuse me. Ding. With the library doors.
Oh, welcome to the library.
What are you?
What can I help you find today? Well, I'm the librarian.
Yeah, but like besides that, what are you? I'm an old traveler from like many different worlds. I don't actually know like what I actually look like, but I look different to everyone. What are you?
Well, I'm a librarian. I attend the library and recommend people's reading and
Okay.
sometimes offer friendly advice and suggestions.
Well, that's fine then.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. That love, right?
Yep, that's me.
Cool.
But have a nice day.
You do. And just leaves. He's a librarian.
That's what I said.
Thank you for that, Riz. Could never have gathered that on our own.
It is too hot for this.
Then let's get on the road to Hasisi then.
Anyone need to pick anything up before we head out?
I don't think so. Not on
Is
my
there
end.
is there a store where I can get one of those head wrappings, Beardy, like a keffire or something?
You can absolutely buy like local clothes that are more suited to this climate.
Oh yeah, I'd like to do the same after my nap.
Yeah, just to think the head wrap actually is all that Kurla's gonna grab.
Okay.
Petra's gonna. Is there like underclothes under that would work better for under the plate armor in this heat? Because I'm figuring he's in heavy wool or cotton and such, and this is not the right temperature for that.
Yeah, you can buy clothes here. That's fine.
Yeah.
Did you guys want to sell anything while you're here too?
What about all the spicy water and cakes? Would those be worth anything?
I don't
So
know.
you drank one of the spicy waters. What about the other 5?
I frankly think that they'll probably be useful in roleplay at some point.
Yeah.
Okay,
We're
we'll
keeping
keep
that.
them.
Okay.
We do have the 20,000 in trade goods though.
No, the sugar cakes will not have kept. So did you guys eat the other 31?
I'd like to imagine.
Okay, I'll go ahead and delete those then.
Oh shit, I'm gonna have Lovette teleport the telescope to the tower again so that our researcher can spy on the town. Shit.
Whoops.
We don't want to sell it,
I mean, wouldn't it be better for the person watching the town?
I suppose. It would be probably very helpful for them, yeah.
Depends on how much it's worth.
Yes. Which they are worth quite a lot, generally speaking.
Yeah, you know what? Let's bring it in and we'll actually. Lovette, can you appraise it?
A cheap one.
I could do.
Actually, yeah.
Give it a praise check.
Why don't you both appraise it?
Okay.
See what you see.
My praise skill has not been upped in a while. So it's a 16 for me. 15, sorry.
That's a 33 for Riz.
Oh, Jesus.
I
Good
think
job.
we rolled the same thing.
Hi there.
Oh.
Riz is literally made for money. Baby!
So many skill points. I'll catch up.
Okay, you believe that telescope is worth 4,000 gold pieces.
4,000 gold pieces?
Yep.
I told you telescopes are worth a fuck ton.
That's a lot of money, Vera. You see Riz start to pet it and look at you with slightly puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, but we only get 2,000, so it's...
Money is money, Petravian. I need to buy the wind.
That's it.
You know what they said? That costs.
We is an interesting statement for someone who didn't steal the telescope.
You wouldn't have known how expensive it is without me.
I'll give you a cut, fine.
Pout, 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 pout.
You know what? I'm gonna fucking sell it.
Alrighty.
I'm going to add 1,500 to Vera, and Keni can put in 500 because I'm going to need a lot of money for that thing for Petravian.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and you have a painting of a queen in here as well. That's the last item.
We're waiting to go to Kudre with that.
That's correct.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay.
That's it.
I can't wait for us to get there and I'll be like, oh, you got one of those. I got like 3 of those. I love that one.
Oh my god, that was so last year.
Alright.
That was so 700 years ago.
Is there anything you want to do in Manzania while you're here?
So, Petravian said that he was getting clothing, correct?
Yep.
So what kind did you
Yeah,
get?
I'm gonna something that's a little bit less hot. So I still have to have my plate armor on.
But something more
But it would be-
revealing.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, see more thigh.
Oh my god, where did he come from?
I mean, the alternative would be something that's more covering, but like with like white cloth
Mhm.
and separated from your
Ooh.
skin, so that
Oh, yeah. Okay, that is a great point. I didn't think of that. So yeah, Petra goes into the bazaar and he's like, no, ooh, and he picks a flowing kind of outfit that is more breezy than the kind of heat stroke inducing wool that he normally wears under his plate armor, and he drapes it all on top of his plate armor.
oh, on top.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
okay.
it's all kind of so he looks more bulky, but he's like he as wearing it, he's oh
So here's the important question:
yes.
Did you go for the curly shoes?
No, because that would mean I had to get rid of my boots of swiftness.
Okay, well, that's fair.
So
He needs that, guys. You really do.
Yeah, that's a good reason. But I'm like, but the curly shoes.
So once we're done shopping and stuff, we're going to take our horses through the old town roads, and we're going to get out of the city.
Brave.
Okay. Okay.
Really?
Okay.
Brave motherfucker.
Okay. Good.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So, you exit the town, and I'm gonna push you guys back to the Sojourn map.
Oh, we got to go all the way over here. For the
Okay.
podcast.
So-
Oh,
so- Yeah. So from Manzana, you guys have the option of either going off-road, which is 260 miles off-road,
Mm-hmm.
or you could take the roads, which would be 480 miles.
But it would also probably be a bit faster
Safer.
just because of the road itself, potentially.
Is it
Potentially.
faster?
Well, just for carriage travel.
Hmm.
yeah, you don't want to
safer?
get lost in the middle, and you don't have to do a survival check. You're just driving on the road.
And we don't have to ford a river.
Yeah. Well, there's no fucking point in fording the river. Like, if we were gonna go to take the direct route, it would be better to just teleport at that point.
It's true.
But so
That's true.
if we're doing anything that's inconvenient for the wagons, that's a waste of our time.
Plus, we don't have any spare axles, do we?
No.
Or tongues.
I've got
And one of
plenty
us is
tongue
going to end
here.
up with syphilis, and that's going to
and-
ruin the whole thing.
If Archie gets dysentery, I'll ruin all of you.
Dysentery.
How does that work for Archie? I don't want to know.
We don't want to find out.
Okay. It's an 8-day
oil.
journey from Manzana to Hasisi along the road.
I'd like to do a survival check to see how long it would take if we were to do the straight path. Is that
Sure.
all right?
Yeah.
The guesstimate. All right. So
Mhm.
that's going to be a 31 from Vera.
Nice.
6 days.
There's not
82
that big of a.
days.
Difference.
No.
So it would shave 2 days off of your travel.
How much of a rush are you in, Vera?
I mean, we probably don't have to worry as much about the thing we're looking for being like taken or anything because it's been there for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vera wants it to get done as fast as possible. With that survival check, would I feel like it would be easy enough to get like to the river and stuff at least?
Yeah, I mean, it would take a couple of checks if you're going to go the direct route. There's going to be some skill checks involved to do it properly. Whereas with the road, it's just a matter of just taking the extra time.
Yeah, let's just take the road.
It's just 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to do along these next 8 days then?
If I can work on projects during this time, I've gotten mixed messages about that. If I can,
Yeah.
then I'll do- but
Yeah,
yeah,
you can work on projects during that. Because I think
Okay.
we determined how much time it would take you to make that stuff.
yes.
So you can start counting time against those if you want.
Okay, I would probably do that starting when we were going through the mountains every day except the 16th.
Okay.
Okay.
So that would be 6 days of construction then, already banked. And this would be 8 more days of construction.
All right, I'll write that down.
All right. So by the 28th of May, you arrive in the town of Hasisi.
We're almost there.
Yep. The entire time, Vera's just making sure no one's dying of heat stroke, particularly Petra.
I'm fine now. I'm breezy.
Gross.
Good to know.
Don't hate.
Ah, what a familiar sight.
Bless you.
It's the sand. It's the sand in my nose. Don't
Yeah,
worry
it's the
about
sand.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hasisi has a very sandy atmosphere. Your group comes up the southern road here, and you enter this much smaller town. It's by this nice river, and the people here are, pleasantly plugging away at whatever they're doing, whether it be agriculture or trading with people on the roads here. And you kind of come into the center forum in the town, and I'd like you all to make a perception check.
Oh, yay, my favorite roll.
Hey!
By the way, it's 83 and clear out today.
35 for Risen.
And Vera.
And Vera, nice.
Petravian 26.
And for Archie, and then Lovette got a 23.
And that is a 34 from Kurla.
Whoop whoop, 30s.
Heck yeah. So everybody passes. And that is that while you come into the forum here in the center of town, you see a sign in the northwest that is of a book, and it has some Sigenese writing under it. But, chances are it's a library.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Is that I'm looking at it with the glasses. I'm actually just gonna wear them for now as like part of my current.
Oh, okay.
outfit.
In that case, the building says the City Archive.
You okay there, Keni?
I'm great.
You know something that you have some play knowledge there, don't you?
Time travel knowledge.
Oh.
Yep, I'm good.
Well, that building has a book on it. Should we try there?
I wonder if it's a bookstore or a... Fuck. It's a library. Let's go.
Yeah, so we'll park and
Head
go
on
inside.
in there. At least knock first, though.
Okay.
Hello?
As you approach the building, you notice there is a sign posted on the outside of the building.
Oh, no.
Double park.
Okay. What
What
does
does
the
it say?
sign say?
It's written in Sigenese, but those of you who have the ability to read that can see that it says, "Help wanted, inquire within."
Oh, thank goodness.
Closed forever, ever since 2 days ago.
Riz just knocks on the door. Hello?
I open the door.
Vera,
Yeah,
this is someone's home, too. Oh my goodness.
It has a picture of a book. Clearly, that means come inside.
It could just be
We have books for
decoration.
you.
Oh my goodness.
You open the door. Inside is a reasonable-sized room with shelves all around the outsides of it. There's some tables organized with other books. And there's a desk, and sitting at it is a woman, like, poring through something and then taking notes. She looks up from her work and sees you come in.
I found you!
She looks up and says, "You were looking for me?"
I was! Hello.
What was the name that we were given? I don't know.
Syad. Dr.
Syad, right.
Syad.
You Dr. Syad?
Yes, I'm Dr. Syad.
We are looking for you. Yes, we were looking for your help. If you can help us.
No, you see, you must be new at this language. See, the sign says that I'm looking for help, not the other way around.
Well,
See, the way that it works is that I offer you money and you help me, not that I'm helping you with the thing. See, it's how you phrase the words. It
right.
seems like you have.
We want
them
to
mixed.
help you find the temple for money.
I haven't even told you about the temple yet.
Oh,
How
gosh.
do you know about the temple?
Gods led me to you.
Is that like that hard to believe?
Uh-huh.
What? It's a temple of a god. That is completely believable.
Yes, magic remains aren't exactly uncommon.
Right. So I don't need your help finding the temple. I already know where it is.
Wonderful.
The issue is there's going to be guardians and traps and other things that are going to kill me if I go there. I'm not interested in dying, so
Oh, well,
thus
if
the
you
help wanted.
step outside, you will see a very large friend and other friends that are more than capable of helping with that.
Well, I can tell by the way you're all dressed that you're not from around here and that you're probably adventuring types anyway, so
Told me
you
this
don't
would
need to
be him.
prove yourself by having big tough friends outside.
But you're still going to be.
Besides-
it's
Lovette,
It's
have you
as much
seen
as
my
a round.
magic? Like, I can go and you know?
yeah, but that's not immediately. It's much of a whelming.
The size does not matter, Lovette.
Look, it just startles people sometimes. Fine, I'm done talking. Fine.
You sound like Petravian.
You told me
Are you-
that the outfit was going to blend in.
Are you all just going to stand in my home and bicker?
No, are you ready to go? We'll
She
take care of the
takes a deep
traps.
breath. Sure, I suppose.
Wait, what temple is this?
The temple. So,
Is that correct?
I'm the preeminent historian and chronicler of the Serpente species.
Oh,
Wow.
well, that's incredible. We know a few Serpentes.
And so do I.
I don't
And
think I've
unless
ever
they
met
t-
that before. What the
And unless
fuck
they
is-
told you about their ancient history, then I'm not really that interested.
Well, yeah, I mean, we got an overview.
What did you say?
We got like a rundown.
I've never met a Serpentes before. Must be just for this world. But we can do traps. We can take care of the things in the temple. Yes.
Good.
So we're going. Yes?
Yes, we're going.
Wonderful.
We didn't even discuss terms and payment yet, but
Okay,
sure, why not?
bring down the contract. Mephistopheles, listen up, buddy.
I help you with the drafting of the
Oh, boy.
contract.
Do you prefer Shamish? Because we can do that too. Like, it depends on the person.
I'm not much for the praying type, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Wait, what are you in it for?
What?
Are you just there for knowledge? Or is there something you're looking for in particular?
I'm a scholar.
Knowledge
You don't
for
need
the
to
sake
do
of
some
knowledge.
fun. I think it's very incredible, and I had a good friend who would really be interested to meet you. I'll start up a contract.
Possibly it's the heat stroke, but Kurla is just looking at this person and taking in their attitude and is just grinning from ear to ear.
She's gonna notice you staring at her, and she's going to say, "So I've noticed you're the only one that hasn't spoken yet. Is it because you're mute, or is it because you're the only sane one?"
Probably the latter, to be completely honest with you.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking crazy.
Good. Well, then I suppose we should discuss terms on the way, if you're all in such a rush.
Well, I mean, Lovette's doing the paper thing right now. Unless you want to do contract yourself, I don't know what's happening on that end.
I would prefer to keep pens and papers out of this, if you wouldn't mind.
Alright, sounds good.
Oh, okay.
It's a simple matter. We go to the temple, you clear it out of traps. I take anything of scholarly value and interest, and any trinkets that aren't of historical importance.
Risen
You may
looks
have.
at Vera.
So long as I get what I need from the temple, I'm good.
Alright, so
And
what
what is
about...
it that you need from this temple?
The vomit of a god, I guess?
His energy. They need the energy of God to go into their god thingy.
I see. Well, if my theories are true and correct, which they often turn out to be, you might be in luck. The other texts I found about this place called it the larder, so you might just find yourself something interesting there.
What the fuck is a larder? That sounds disgusting.
It's what we've been told, at least. And that's all I need.
That's true.
Right.
Well,
Let's get on the road.
I suppose this little godsend is going to help move my research along quite quickly.
See?
Right.
Good. Let's go.
So I'm going to head out and get the carriage ready.
All right.
Same.
Yeehaw.
She will head out of the city archive. She'll lock the door behind her and toss a small bag into the back of a carriage and take a seat on the Bone Zone seat.
Syed looks like if you put Lovette and Vera together.
That's
Outfit-wise.
actually pretty accurate, yeah.
That's interesting.
Personality-wise, too. All right, so she hops into that seat on the back of the carriage, and you guys start to roll out of Hasisi, and that is where we'll call it a night.
Yeah!
All right.
Good episode, everybody.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. As always, special thanks to William Succi and Andreas Pichler for the intro and outro themes, and Emily Roll for Fantasy for this episode's soundtrack. Interested in following us on social media? Follow us on Twitter at CheckPleaseDND. Or want to support the podcast and be part of the Czech Republic? Go to our Patreon under the Czech Republic. Until next time.